here at Strategicon, Game X in 2019. It's been amazing so far. And Dave is in charge of this game. He wrote this game, and now he's going to talk, and I'm going to shut up.
Hi, I'm Dave from Monkey Fun Studios. And today's game is, of course, our flagship game, Spirit of 77, which is available, of course, through Drive-Thru-RPG, Indie Press Revolution, and Studio 2 Publishing. So, today's game is actually going to be an adventure that is going to be coming out later this month called Meanwhile Back at the Ranch. I'll scoot in because Kimmy wants me close.
I do.
That's why she has me at the other end of the table.
In arm's reach, Dave.
Yeah, you're gonna right that one. Yeah, throwing. I know.
Throwing things.
Okay, but this is a little bit different than some of the other games which I've run in the fact that we're actually going to show some of the character creation that takes place for Spirit of 77. I'll talk about the rules in just a moment, but we're going to actually talk about the different types of characters that we have. So one of the things that makes Spirit of 77 different than most Powered by the Apocalypse games is that instead of it just being one type of playbook, you have your role as well as your story. Your story is your background. And both of them actually are put together to make a character and give you different types of abilities that other characters wouldn't have. So we're going to actually talk about the roles first everybody's going to be playing. On my right?
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm playing the good old boy, the driver.
Yes, the good old boy, such as which characters from the 70s?
BJ and the Bear,
Yep.
or
Dukes of Hazzard.
Starsky and Hutch, Dukes of Hazzard, or
Smokey the Bandit.
Smokey the Bandit, right?
Yep. Fantastic.
I am a war vet.
And that's your background.
That's my background.
Mhm.
And I have an animal companion who is a chimpanzee.
Correct. Your thing. And we'll talk about things in just a moment. To your right.
Hi, I'm Elspeth, and I am playing Cherie, a Cher tribute artist.
Fantastic.
And
What kind of character is it? What background or what role?
She is a honeypot.
Yep.
And she's a glam background, which makes her a glam honeypot.
Fantastic. And to your right?
Hi, I'm Oscar. I'm playing the Rocker, who's also Kung Fu.
Go on. I'm just letting you
Sorry.
finish that one out.
So anyway, I'll be trying to meld those two roles together, but really the Rocker is kind of that glam rock of the 70s.
Sure.
You saw the Bee Gees, you saw
Well,
right.
specifically, the Kung Fu rocker basic is Elvis Presley, because Elvis did a lot of Kung Fu moves while he was doing his towards the end there. And to your right?
Hi, I'm Kimmy, and I am playing Eva Petrovska. I will be Russian, because it's one of two accents that I have. That
One is Russian and the other isn't.
Drunk.
Yeah.
And I'm playing the Vigilante All-Star.
Okay.
And
So
no examples of that from the 70s.
Charles
Mr. T from the A-Team, probably. He was buff.
Well, okay, so actually this is a really good example.
Okay.
So one of the reasons why we did this was to allow people to have variance between the two types, or between the different types of roles that could be in the 70s pop culture. What we often reference is the movie Rocky, where you have Apollo Creed and you have Rocky Balboa. Both of them are tough guys, fighters.
Okay.
Now, Apollo Creed is a professional fighter. He is somebody who has been doing this as his career. He considers it his business. So therefore, he is what we would call an all-star tough guy.
Got it.
And that has certain moves associated with it. Rocky is a guy who comes up from the streets. He's, somebody that, is connected to the neighborhood, maybe does a little bit of stuff on the side, for protection money. So he's what we would call a one bad mother tough guy. So both of them may have the same types of roles, but because their backgrounds are different, they have different things available to them. And also a good example of this is $6 Million Man, Steve Austin. He's a tough guy, but because he comes from the bionics world, he has what's called X-Tech, which is associated with it. So he would be an X-Tech tough guy. A professional wrestler like Thunderlips would be a glam tough guy. What?
I think that must be the only thing I missed during the 70s.
It's okay. The point being is that's one of the things that we have, which is a little bit different, which allows people to play more specific types of roles that are more than just saying, I'm playing a generic fighter or a generic thief or something to that effect.
Got it.
So, another aspect of these characters is that everybody gets a thing. A thing is a thing that's associated with your character, that's very special associated with it. And as you mentioned, your character has a
Chimpanzee.
Right, and so this is an animal companion. That happened a lot in the 70s, where people had monkeys and bears and all sorts of things as their partners in whatever they did. So what that means is that at any given moment, you can have your animal companion, your, hold on, monkey named Panda. I wanted to write that down.
Right.
Okay. To be able to do things, and he will always be your companion for things, the adventures you get in. Now, I understand you also have a thing.
I do. I have a houseboy.
That's right. Specifically a cabana boy.
I do. I'm not exactly sure what his name is, but I call him Desi.
And that's all that matters, because he answers to it.
He does.
That's right. And I understand you also have, and now specifically, there are two different things, okay, and I really want to explain this. One thing, there's a difference between a assistant and a sidekick. Now, using Batman terminology, Alfred is an assistant because Alfred is never really involved in stuff, but he's always competent and always gets things done behind the scenes. Robin, of course, is a sidekick. Now, Robin is involved in things, but Robin isn't necessarily successful in everything he does. So I want to make sure I understand, what do you see Desi to be? Your assistant or your sidekick?
Really, he's an assistant.
That's
he
fine.
thinks he's a sidekick, though. It's cute.
Okay. Oscar?
And so I have, my thing is a sidekick, and it is young Lotus.
Young Lotus. I understand Young Lotus is a violinist.
Yes, she was a burgeoning violinist, inspired a generation ahead of her time, but I saw the potential in her to even be a better rocker.
Now, unfortunately, the 70s was a time where you could have violins and rock. For instance, Jethro Tull. Or actually ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, also
Did you say
had a lot of-
unfortunate?
Jeez, do you like Jethro Tull?
No, I don't know who that is.
Then what does
I like Lindsay Sterling though, and she's really hot right now, and she's amazing on the violin. It's rock violin.
She is.
It can be done well, just not in the 70s.
I like ELO. Okay, no worries. So, what now? Not everybody has to have a physical person or object or being with them as part of their thing. For instance, Kimmy, what is your thing?
My thing is fame.
That's
and
right.
It's like product placements.
That's right, and I believe that you are part of the product placement of the Jacques Lebrain
Yes, the Drocula brain.
protein supplement.
It's hard to say in Russian. I should have picked a better game, but that's okay.
No,
Yes.
that's fine.
It's fantastic. If I say it wrong all the time, my sponsors will be really happy about it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Protein supplement. I need to write that down.
Bad
Okay.
press is still press.
So just to reiterate, we have a good old boy, we have a honeypot, we have a rocker, and we have a vigilante. Okay, and now we're going to talk a little bit about that. So as the good old boy, this means that he will have what's called a one sweet ride. That is his vehicle, and one of his special moves, which we'll get to moves in just a second, is the fact that whenever he's behind the wheel, he's going to do magic every single time. He is meant to be behind the wheel. Okay? So the contrast to that is that Kimmy is a vigilante, not unlike Death Wish or Dirty Harry, because that's the kind of thing. But Kimmy has a very special weapon. And what is your weapon?
I think I'm gonna go with dumbbells.
That's right. Jacques Lebrain's specialty dumbbells.
Boom, boom. I'm like, hey,
Okay.
they're like the worst thing ever.
Perfect.
They're worse than brass knuckles. Like they're
Like
just
old-fashioned ones with a big round ball in the end.
Yeah.
10 pounds or
Yeah.
50 pounds or whatever.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay. And again, we're still talking about the character background. So, let's see. And okay, we'll talk about moves for a second. So, if you've never played a game powered by the Apocalypse, you know that instead of just having stats associated with doing things, you have moves. Moves are things you can do, and there's two types of moves within Spirit of 77. Specifically, basic moves. Basic moves are things everybody at the table can do at any given time, and special moves, which are associated with their roles and backgrounds. A good example of this is that a basic move is called Deliver a Beatdown. So at any point, if Alex says, hey, I'm going to deliver a beatdown, he can do that at any given time, and nobody else can stop him from doing it. It's something he can do. However, he also has chosen, I'll just say that you have it, the move damn double nickel. If he were to do that and he has that move, he can do that and nobody else can because he's a good old boy, so he's familiar with being behind the wheel of the car. Okay? So there's basic moves and there are specific moves. Everybody with me so far? Yes. Cool. So now let's actually talk about game mechanics. Now, you've never played Spirit of 77 before.
Yes, sir.
Thank God. It's it's a great game and you should buy it from Drive-Thru RPG.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. So when you're doing any action and you say, Dave, I want to do this, if nothing is stopping you, you can do this. This is not a situation where I'm going to unlock the door and then we spend 4 hours rolling the dice. Eventually, you're going to unlock the door. That's going to happen, all right? So you say you're going to do it, you do it. If it's contested, for instance, I'm going to lock the door while we're in the middle of this gunfight, then we roll some dice to make it happen. So all you need to do is you need 2d6, 2 six-sided dice, and you roll, and if it's a 10 and above, it's a success. If it's a 6 and below, it's a failure. Now, in Spirit of 77, when you fail a dice roll, you actually get XP. So you mark it out. And then 7 to 9 is a success with a cost or a partial success, which means you open the door, or in our example, but when you do that, you open up Oscar to being shot at. So that's the kind of thing.
Sorry.
Okay? So 6 and below failure, 10 and above success, 7 to 9 partial success. Pretty straightforward. Now, for certain moves that you can do, either basic or special, you can add your stats to them. For instance, going back to Alex giving the beatdown. So that means that Alex can add his might or strength to his dice roll. So if you were to roll 2 dice and it comes up with a 5, but you have 2 strength, it's still a 7, right? So 5 plus 2, 7. Pretty straightforward, right? Okay, cool. Any questions so far from the team?
Nope.
Nope.
Awesome. Okay. One last thing, and you guys have not chosen this yet, is that you all have what's called a buzz, okay? A buzz is basically your motivations for what you do. Now, there are lots of things available for your buzz, but we're going to actually assign them if you don't mind. So, obviously, describe your kind of character.
Okay, so this is Marcus. He's a Vietnam vet, and he drives a one of those 1970s enormous, like bigger than this room, Cadillac, steel blue in color, and I guess he's a professional driver. I'm not sure where we're located, but
Sure.
seems like Hollywood or something. So I may be like the Hollywood professional driver.
Okay, so we could say that your character, because you're a professional driver, do you do it for the fame or you do it for the money?
For the money.
Okay, so your buzz is that you're out for cold hard cash.
Fair enough.
So that means that when you're taking actions to get cash, that's when you actually get an XP for it at the end of the game. So let's describe a Cherie. So what's Cherie all about? What is Cherie looking for?
Oh, Cherie is a share tribute artist, and all she wants is to be recognized as being better than the real thing.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
So in some circumstances, that would be, I want to be famous. But Cherie wants to be recognized as better than everybody. So Cherie wants what's called the crown, which is funny because you're wearing one. So your buzz is that in fact, you want to show that you're better than everybody else. So your buzz is the crown. So, Oscar.
So the rocker, the Kung Fu rocker.
And what is your rocker's name, by the way?
Yeah, his stage name is Chop Note.
Chop Note. Okay.
His actual name is Jonathan C. Zhang.
Okay.
But Chop Note is what pretty much everybody knows him by.
Sure.
Chop Note is trying to bring the world of rock and roll into a zen-like state of calm.
Okay. So specifically, instead of just being based off of fame, which most rockers would be, he's choosing to, bring everybody to peace of mind. So that's specifically what your buzz is. Now let's talk about Ava Petroslovska.
Petrovska.
Whatever.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
No, I said Petrovska. You're right.
Okay.
So she's like a multi-Olympic winner, like for multiple years. She finally kind of aged out of being competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I don't know. I feel like she just is seeking kind of purpose. So she's got her endorsement deals, and that's what she is making a living off of. And she does some training of elite lifters, but I feel like she's bored.
Bored.
You want the Russian Wheaties box.
Okay.
Yeah, like she's been kicked ass her whole life, and now she's out to
You're
like
looking for
prove it.
thrills.
Yeah.
So your specific buzz is thrills.
Okay.
Okay. So please write that down. And so what that means is you gain experience in a session where you do something that's probably a little foolhardy.
Yeah. Because I feel like she probably grew up like the Russian like athletic teams, like they never get to go out. They all live in dorms their whole life. Like they don't get to go do stuff. And so now she's famous and no longer has to do any of that. She's like, I can go everywhere and beat people up.
That's right. In the name of Jacques Lebrun protein supplements.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Okay.
When I punch people with my dumbbells, can they leave like the Jacques Lebrun like
Of course.
imprint on their foot?
Like it's fucking
Like
embedded,
branding.
yeah.
Excellent.
All right.
But it's written in Russian or something.
Yeah.
So like the forward, backwards K and all that kind of stuff.
I feel no, because they're French. Because she's like an international star, so that's why she fucks up the name all the time. 'Cause she gets
Okay. No problem. We're not going to even worry about weapons. I'm just going to say if you pull out a weapon, we're going to say you have it. It's
Okay.
no problem. Okay. So, shall we get started? Any questions before we begin? Fantastic. Okay. So, our adventure actually takes place outside an rest stop, an isolated rest stop just outside of the Price is Right, New Mexico, along Highway 61. Now, I don't know if you've actually been along Highway 61. There's not a whole lot out there. And in addition to the restroom, the very old restrooms, and a laminated map, there's a broken emergency phone, and several vending machines there. Now, the reason why our team is there is primarily because the steel blue Cadillac that Marcus drives has broken down. So my question is, Marcus, why did your car break down?
Well, it's a gas guzzler.
Oh, yes, it is.
So probably should have stopped. We're in New Mexico.
Yes.
Probably should not have come to New Mexico.
Okay. Because you were driving back, I believe, to LA, weren't you?
Right.
Okay, that's right. What film were you shooting out, in New Mexico that you were coming back from?
Lonesome Highway.
Lonesome Highway. I know Lonesome Highway. I actually been looking forward to that. Okay. So you ran out of gas at the rest stop. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, we just coasted on the last couple of fumes before it came to a halt.
Okay. So my next question is actually for Cherie. So Cherie, what do you regret bringing along on this long car trip, especially now that the car's broken down?
My cat.
You brought your cat. What's the name of your cat?
Fluffy.
Fluffy. We'll just ask this kind of question. So, shop note. When did young Lotus tell you that she was allergic to cats?
Oh god.
Well,
And peanuts.
it wasn't so much that she told me as much as it was she couldn't speak, because her so swollen was her throat, and she pointed with agonizing pain at the vicious beast.
All right.
It's an act. She's just putting it on.
And Marcus, how has Panda been enjoying being locked up in the past 6 hours with Fluffy the cat?
Well, he's the trunk monkey. So
He's a trunk monkey.
I've got a little button so I can push for the trunk monkey. So he's a.
Okay, so describe the little apartment that you've created in the
Oh
back
yeah,
of
no,
this truck.
it's pretty plush. It's got like a little swinging tire swing and a
Good.
little plumbing. It's
What color is the velvet?
it's a Cadillac, so it's got kind of like a I don't know.
Because you got steel blue on the outside.
Right,
so.
right. No, it's beige, but also there's like a green corner.
Oh, it's plush too?
Oh yeah, it's very.
Oh,
plush.
that's nice.
yeah,
I like that.
Shag
Plush
carpet.
carpet.
Shag carpet.
Yes. All right, you got a little tire swing in the trunk.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So he hasn't even seen Fluffy the cat.
No, he saw the cat and just disappeared in the trunk and said, "I'm out."
All right. because the arm that goes in between the seats there
Right,
in the
right,
back,
right.
is actually his little escape thing.
Right.
All right, cool. And so my next question is, Ava, or Ava.
Ava.
My apologies. So, who has been the most annoying person on this car ride?
I would say, I'm sorry, what was your name again? Your
Marcus.
character's name? Marcus?
Marcus.
I'd say Marcus.
Why?
Because he's the reason that we are stuck next to the fucking road in the middle of Arizona, which is the desert. I'm not used to this heat. He said we could make it, no problem. Only 50 miles until the next gas station.
Gas is expensive. It's almost up to like $1.50.
God.
Ooh.
American
saying.
dollars. Ridiculous.
All right, Marcus. Another question I have is: so, what 8-track has Chop Note been insistent to play over and over?
I should imagine your own.
Yeah.
I would
And
like
what's
to
the name of
change
it?
my
Actually-
answer.
All right, so I'll let Sheree tell me which of Chop Note's 8-track collection of the discography has been played over the most.
Chop Notes Greatest Hits, Volume 1.
I love the fact that you're saying volume 1 because that implies 2, 3, and eventually 4.
Sadly.
That's okay. And
Well, the lead of that, of course, is Round Kick Rocker.
Round Kick Rocker. I know. I have the disco version of Round Kick Rocker. The dance version.
It is so peaceful in that it can transcend so many forms of. Oh, I will be with you in a second, young Lotus. It will transform many. Okay. Excuse me for a second.
Okay. So, Round Kick. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm right. Chop Note has been looking over. Is going for Fluffy. So, again, his violinist accompanist is acting up again. She is such a drama queen.
What do you want to do with it?
With
Maybe she could ride in the front.
the cat.
No, not the cat. Your young protege thing.
Oh, that.
Who's up in the passenger seat, by the way?
Me.
Okay. Okay. And of course, Desi is saying, she is making such a big mess of everything with all of her spitting and phlegm.
She's getting Fluffy's bag all dirty too.
No!
Young Lotus certainly would appreciate actually sitting in the front. That would be
I
fantastic.
don't understand what you're saying. What, do you need a glass of water?
Maybe we should put the cat in the boot. Is there a dolphin in the boot already?
All right, so the reason, of course, that you're in the passenger side is because you had to kind of help push the car forward. It would have been nice if everybody had gotten out of the car when you were doing that, of course. So you coasted in there, and so for those of you who've never played in Spirit of 77 Adventure, and yes, they're like this. There also is what's called a fuel injection. The fuel injection is a question I ask to everybody just to kind of spark everything. So my question for everybody, and anybody can answer, there's no right or wrong. Which one of you found the baby in the restroom?
Young Blossom brought me.
Oh. Okay, so while you guys were arguing in the back, waiting for it, waiting for the situation, young Lotus came out going.
Oh my goodness! I did not realize you were pregnant. Oh, congratulations!
Mazel tov.
Oh,
There is a little small thing that she handed me.
Is there a gas station in this town, or?
Well, there is a gas station. Well, let me phrase that. There is a town a little bit of ways. You're at the
We're at
rest
the rest
stop.
stop. Okay.
That's right. So, yeah, you are holding the baby that's wrapped in a blanket and
curls?
baby pajamas.
Baby girls. I'm just
Doing baby curls.
Yeah.
That's fine.
How old is the baby?
Baby lateral raises?
Not old enough to have curls.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Probably can't support its own
yeah,
egg, so.
the baby's wrapped in a blanket, and it's actually in little baby pajamas.
Okay.
Baby pajamas covered in little PT Swizzle stick cartoon characters across it.
Aw.
Yeah. And the blanket, it says, has embroidered on it the word mints.
Where in the American Arizona do you take the orphans?
Oh no,
Apparently the rest stop
we
gas
shouldn't
station.
do that.
Oh, it's.
We shouldn't do that. This
Oh.
fine young child will
Oh,
go.
yeah.
The next.
Yeah.
No, next generation of rockers.
Is that illegal? I mean, I guess. I don't
No,
know.
it's not.
I'm
It's a
gonna
horrible
get
thing
out
to
and
do
try
to a
scope the
child.
situation.
Okay.
I'm looking to see if there's anybody like runs this rest stop or something.
Sure, so you're scoping the scene. That's a basic move, so
Okay.
you actually roll some dice on that.
Okay.
So specifically, and I'm just showing you basic moves here.
Okay.
So scoping the scene, you roll plus your brain. So roll
Okay.
plus 2. Go for it.
2 plus 3. Okay, so that's only a 6.
Oh, okay. Well, that will be fun. So as a 6, that's going to be a failure. All right. So specifically, you can see as you're looking around over there, you can see in the distance a cloud of dust that's slowly rising, and it looks like it's coming your direction.
Not from the road. It's like not
Coming down the highway.
Not
yeah.
coming down the highway. It's coming from off road someplace.
Oh yeah, off-road. And it's on its way. What do you guys do? Just
But nobody else here, as far as we can tell.
no.
Can we all see it?
Sure.
Maybe they're coming back for the baby.
It looks more like a dust storm.
Yeah, big one.
Oh, we don't know about dust.
Unless
There's
it-
not dust in Russia. We have snow.
Unless it's Close Encounters of the Third Kind in real life.
I am not taking care of a baby. I do not do that.
Oh, you would.
I would do that for you, but only yours, not his.
Oh.
He's getting his little violin thing all over it.
It's crying.
Thanks, Elspeth.
Does the baby need a change?
The change?
I am not changing no baby.
Oh, you're changing the.
No,
Oh,
no,
here you
no,
are.
No, not even in my presence. No, this is my time. This is my time.
Don't look at me. I have a cat.
Young Lotus comes over and coughing and picks up the baby to take care of him.
Why do you make the woman do it? You should do the. You seem to be the wise leader. You to change the.
Yeah, and that sandstorm's coming close.
We better get inside.
Definitely a sandstorm.
We should
Oh,
probably
yeah.
change it before we go inside.
Is there any sort of
We
shelter
change it
around
inside?
here?
The restrooms, of course,
Yeah.
and actually down the highway, because you were scoping the scene or trying to anyway.
Yeah.
You can see like an abandoned ghost town that's down a little bit further away, about a half a mile, a good run. Or maybe you could push the car over there.
I could make that run very quickly.
That's there. I'm not discussing this. I'm
Abandoned
leaving.
ghost town, or the rest stop restroom.
It's probably a movie set. Let's go.
Definitely,
I'm
definitely
sure
not
it'll be
going
fine.
back in the restroom.
Not in the restroom. We don't know what else we'll find.
And we get stuck in
Yeah.
there for days. No. Maybe find more babies. I don't want that.
Okay. So yes, of course, as describing that there are vending machines there at the rest stop and what have you. So what are you specifically doing?
I'll roll to push the car.
We're all jumping in the
Yeah,
car
that's
so
what I'm
she can
saying.
push us.
Just
Roll plus might.
Okay.
Because it is downhill. You probably could get a good start there.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. That is a partial success. So the good news is that, yeah, the car is pushed down and it's picked up speed and it's going down there and it's now rolling down, okay? And you can see the car as it's slowly going down and gaining speed as you're standing there.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Son of a bitch. String of Russian curses, and she just starts chasing after it.
Yoy! All right, so, yeah,
yeah.
you're gaining
Hey, we're going
speed,
great.
but you've left, yeah. But Ava is like along there.
I'm a lifter, not a runner.
Okay.
Failed the track.
Okay. And the trunk is still open, and as the car goes by, you can see Panda, the monkey, in the back.
Waving goodbye. Stupid monkey. Nick Penn. Americans.
So everybody, Lotus and Desi are watching as car walks or drives away from Ava or rolls away from Ava.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do something? I am not getting out. No. I am not touching baby. I am not running after Russian woman. No.
Why didn't she get in again?
Because she's Russian. They do not get in things. I read it in a book.
You don't read.
Yes.
If I slow down the car, we'll lose momentum. And
Yes, you will.
Then the car won't make it.
That's right.
But-
And you can see that dust storm is coming
but
over.
If
and
I,
it's
if,
a
if,
bad
if,
one.
If I keep on, it will make it to the town.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Oh. I'd like to say that when the wise man leaves, the workhorse is without the wise man.
I do not know what that means.
I'm freeing my mind so that I can figure out a helpful situation to get our
All right.
I thought you were
strong
calling me
person
a
back.
horse.
Roll plus
Well,
soul.
and proxy.
Yeah.
Workhorse.
Good
Yes.
Ava's not there. Nice.
Wow.
So, my question to you then, because I'm using free your mind, and I
Yes.
get to ask a truthful and mostly clear answer.
Yes.
So, will Ava be able to make it to us, having left her? Will she be able to make it to us without assistance, without the storm catching her, or will we need to go back to grab her to help her?
So she's definitely going to get lost in the sandstorm because it's quite large. So if she'll be able to walk to you guys if she can find her way.
Is there a way to roll something for like backstory?
Well, what do you want to do? Tell me about it.
Like growing up in Russia, I've probably been stuck in blizzards and stuff.
Oh
before.
yeah, of course you have. Yeah,
Okay.
you don't need to roll for that.
Okay.
That's obvious.
Okay, so I would probably like
You,
even though I
when
can't.
you were a little girl in your grandparents' farm in Upper Siberia, where they sent you for the summers after school, for good, workout sessions. Yeah, no, of course
Even
that
in the
happened.
summers, we had the blizzard.
I know.
Yeah.
Uphill
Snow,
both ways to the gym.
But it was summer snow,
Yes.
so it was light. Not what they.
It's like the sand.
It's the fun snow.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
nice blizzard.
So yeah, so you could walk your way through it,
Okay.
but you know that it's going to be very difficult. So
I'm gonna whip out my
yeah,
sorry, what is it? Jacques Lebrun sweat towel. Like
of
put it
course.
over my face.
Which I understand is $2.95 at your local Woolworths 5 and Dime across the United Nations. Jack LeBrain. Ask for it by
50%.
name.
Yes, 50% off on the American Memorial Day weekend.
That's right.
We're ahead of the sandstorm.
Yes, you are.
Roll down the window and turn the radio up.
You want me to roll down the window in the middle of a sandstorm?
We're not in it. It's coming. She won't be able to hear us otherwise. Roll down the window.
Sure.
Yes. Turn up the radio.
It's a round kick record! Boom, boom! It's a round kick record!
She may decide to go the other direction.
She might.
Oh God,
Can
not
you
this song
eject that
again.
8-track and turn on the radio? There's no radio here.
Yeah, probably not. Or is there?
Turn on the radio.
Turn on the radio.
I can't
Yeah,
press it.
just the little thing where you have to push all the little thing.
Sure.
To kind of go through all the stations and.
All right, and once you turn it way up and you hear 7, 6, 11, 36, 19, 7, 6, 11, 36, 19.
This is the third song that we've been listening to.
7, 6, 11, 36,
Well, this doesn't seem ominous at all.
19. What do you do? Of course, you hear, all think, I'm around.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna keep heading that direction because I know anything that obnoxious has to be them.
What kind of a crazy song is that?
I'm just gonna keep going down the dial. There's gotta be something better than this.
Peter Frampton. Cause Jesus wants you to send me.
In Mexico.
7, 6, 11, 36, 19.
These
7,
don't sound like anyone's measurements
6,
I know.
11, 36. I don't know. I think that might have been Twiggy's thing, because she looked like she was maybe a 7 or 6 in the chest, maybe.
I'm just gonna pull into this
No.
ghost town because that seems like the smartest choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're following, the loud noise, of course. And who's holding the baby, by the way? Let's not forget that somebody's got a baby.
Young Lotus is.
We'd like
Young
to take
Lodi.
back at the guest.
And I'm trying to rip off some of my robes so that I can create a proxy.
A nappy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this looks like was again an old movie set. Torn up. Looks like it's been abandoned for 50 years, and you can see that there is a what was probably a general store. You can see what was probably a sheriff's office. Looks like it was probably a saloon. And you see an area that looks like it may have been maybe the boot hill of the area. And in the middle of the area, you see a phone booth, an old phone booth.
Is there anything that looks like it might be a stable or something like that, or
Not in the main street.
any sort of a place where I can kind of stash the car where it's going to be out of the sandstorm?
Oh, yeah, behind probably.
Yeah, I want to put it someplace where it's not going to get sandblasted off the paint job off the.
Oh yeah,
door.
because
Yeah,
the
it's
pearl
it's
inlay
a-
of that.
oh,
yeah. And if Panda's place in trunk
Oh, yeah.
gets
Yeah,
messed
that's
up,
Panda.
you will never hear the end of it.
All right, I will do my best to kind of pull the car into
Okay,
a shelter spot.
Slides right in. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys are now in this stable, which is behind the saloon specifically, and you're
Chugging along behind. At least I do not have to
The
change
rat.
the baby.
right.
This is better.
Where am I going to change this?
A wise man who needs knowledge seeks from others. I will go make a phone call.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the saloon.
All right. And what are you doing with Desi?
Desi, here's fishing in my purse. Desi, here's a dime. Go call Jerry, my agent. Tell him to send a cab or something and get us out of here. You know how to make a phone call.
I know how
You're
to make
so
a phone
good
call.
at it.
I am good at it. I am on the phone all the time.
That's why you're so good at it.
I will make a phone call for you.
Thank you.
All right. So you are.
I'm gonna go in the general store and try
Okay.
and find someplace to stash Fluffy.
So Desi, of course, takes Desi's weight for mink coat, the short jacket, of course, pulls it over, puts on the big sunglasses and the pink sequin hot shorts or short shorts, pulls up the thigh-high, knee-high boots. I'm sorry, the knee-high boots.
Stealing my clothes again.
But they look so good on me.
That's not the point.
I do it so I look more like you, my queen, my goddess. If I don't look like my goddess, I will die.
That's what I like to hear.
I know you do. That's why I said it. All right. So you're going to the phone booth. Okay. All right. So You're getting up close. And as you get up closer, you hear the phones ringing.
Ah, wisdom seeks those who seek it. I pick up the phone.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
It's a woman's voice, speaking Russian. Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you calling about how to change a diaper?
No, no. No. This is Eva Petroska. Who am I speaking to?
This is Chocolate. Ava, you were calling from the storm?
Oh my God! You got through. Oh, it's very important. Whatever you do with the child, you must be very careful, because it could cause problems and possibly the end of the world.
Okay.
No matter what you do, you must click.
I understand. I must change the diaper.
I am making a phone call for the goddess. You are done.
And I let
You will not be in the booth with me. That is rude, and that is like perverted.
I will leave.
Yes, you will. Okay, so where are you going?
I'm headed back to the car to find young Lotus and the baby, who I know that we absolutely, no matter what, to prevent the end of the world, change this diaper.
All right. So, young Lotus has changed it using part of the scrap from her robe.
Yes.
Okay. So what are you doing, Ava?
The world is saved.
Specifically in this timeline, where you doing?
Yeah. I guess I'm still walking. Like, have I gotten there yet?
Oh yeah, you come up and you're covered in a fine spray of dust.
Yeah.
And as you pull down the scarf, you can see the line.
Nice.
Right there. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'll head to wherever the car was. It was behind the general store.
Yeah, you can see
This
the.
isn't like stable area.
Yeah. So okay, I go in with them
And you see the phone booth, and you can see Cherie's cabana boy is wildly on the phone. You can see waving his hands.
I'm gonna go inside and see if I can find any like
To the
running
saloon?
water. Yeah, if it's the closest thing.
Great, because now we segue to the saloon, which is
Okay.
where you were going.
That's where I went.
All right, so you go into the saloon, and specifically you see a long bar and broken mirrors and tables and chairs and a wooden stage and bottles and barrels, and most importantly, he says, making sure you can find the sheet. Okay, you see that it looks like there's a bunch of bedrolls and like some makeshift like camping equipment right there on the floor, and more importantly, you can see this handmade flag that has been put up on the wall.
Okay. What does the flag look like?
The flag says on it specifically, I want to make sure I get the name correct. Dave is looking. Don't pay attention to Dave. Okay, it's in hand marked letters PPA, and underneath it it says "Power to the People."
Okay. This is a lot of, you said, like camping equipment, bedrolls, that kind of thing?
Oh yeah,
Equipment for how many people?
probably about 8.
Is it packed or is it kind of spread out like you'd be
Spread out
camping?
like they've been here for a couple of days.
Okay.
And it does not look like they're a military group. You would know that, but it looks like kind of makeshift kind of campers. Except going through the area, you can tell that they are kind of sloppy. It doesn't look well organized.
Okay, so they're just, they're squatting.
They're squatting. And then while you're going through the stuff, you can see Ava walking in.
Oof. Makes me miss the snow. Never thought that would happen.
Is there like a bottle of water that I can find in here?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's other people living here, or squatting here, or something. All this stuff was here. Otherwise, this town's like you can definitely tell this town is like an old, like ghost town kind of thing.
Oh,
this,
yeah.
this stuff does not belong.
Absolutely.
Well, they have a phone that works, so that's not the craziest thing I've heard.
I don't know. Does it work?
Well, unless the Cabana boy is talking to himself, I would assume.
Okay.
He's gesturing quite wildly. So maybe he's just.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just not, change or any different from the Cabana Boy the last 2 days we've been driving with him. So
Right, but usually he's at least talking. So I'm assuming if he's in the little box that he's talking to someone.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
Eh. Well, hopefully, this will be a short rest stop, and then we can move on.
Maybe they're calling for gas, maybe,
Yeah.
and then we can go. Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a flag. The
PPA.
yes, that's with the BPA. What is it? That.
No idea.
But the American doesn't have the
This-
thing.
I don't know everything.
Oh,
It could be.
PPA.
It's just power to the people.
I guess that's good. Revolutionary. Don't know if that's good. There seem to be any weapons or anything to say that they're
Oh,
made
I didn't see-
harmless?
So you're going to do some scoping the scene.
Yes.
Now,
Right,
now
right.
just to explain that, you don't need to scope the scene for every scene. I mean, you look around, it's like, duh, I see bedrolls and whatever. But if you're looking for specific clues within the scene, that's when you actually roll some dice.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, go for it.
I have a thing called Eagle Eye, but that's just for sizing someone up for a fight, right? Okay.
Not that that's going to happen.
No, of course
I'm the only
not.
other one here, so I'm hoping not. This is
So 9, and what do I add to it?
brains.
Oh, 0.
Okay, so 9?
9.
Okay, so you may ask me a question about the area around here. There are some default questions there on the basic move sheet, or you can just ask me whatever. I'm not
Okay.
sure about it.
Are there any signs around of what type of power to the people movement is this?
Ah,
Are
okay.
they violent? Are they storing up food supplies?
No, I
Apocalypse
understand.
Day stuff? Okay.
So, what you do see is that you can see mimeograph, and it's mimeograph from the old blue kind of mimeograph. It's not Xerox or anything like that. Manifestos that have been going around here, and they're taking a look at it. You can tell that they're very Bolshevik-esque kind of overthrow, the local government, and
Only the local
yeah,
government.
it hints at a lot. Yeah, only locals.
This town's mayor is terrible.
It hints at violent uprisings, and looking around, you can also see that there are empty shell casings, from weapons that have definitely been utilized. So they are not the peaceful, loving radicals. They look like they probably have a bit of a violent streak to them.
Okay. Good.
Meanwhile, in the car, so. She won't be quiet.
Well, wait. Let's get her some. Those who cry out in thirst. Let us get her some water. We will move to the saloon.
Away from the cat.
Here,
Well, you
let
took the
me
cat
take
with
the
you.
baby.
Oh, the cat's with me in the general store.
Oh, you've gone to
Yes.
the general store?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'll take the baby from her as she exits the vehicle. We move to the saloon to get some water.
And fantastic. Okay, great. All right. So meanwhile, in the general store, so when you go in there, it says under Johnson's alongside of it, and inside it you can see that there are some dusty counter with an old register, some cabinets, empty jars, cans, and torn Gettysburg beer posters everywhere. A tradition since 1876. And what you also see is something you did not expect, which is this huge table, round table in the center of it. And in there are bowls that are surrounded in abandoned boxes of cereal. And specifically, there's a mannequin standing sitting right next to it that's dressed in this big sequin, chaps and big cowboy hat, and it's just staring, at the bowl itself, in front of it. So yeah, that is not what you expected to see. Well, you may have, but it is out of place compared to everything else because it looks like a
Yeah.
modern cereal box.
Yeah. That's lovely. I put Fluffy down on the table. And take the sequin hat off the mannequin. Put it on
Okay.
my own head. Look
It-
around for a mirror.
Naturally, it looks good on you. Okay. So you're looking at the broken mirror. Okay. And then, as you're looking at it, you can hear Fluffy. And Fluffy is crawling along the table and hops onto the lap of the mannequin. And then you hear the mannequin say, "Saddle up for breakfast, partner."
Oh, God.
I look over. Does the mannequin have hinges on that jaw? Mannequins doing their thing.
You'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
He's just staring awkwardly.
He's just staring awkwardly.
If mannequins can be
Oh,
awkward.
Fluffy! Psst. Come back over here.
Comes back to it.
The cat that listens to you.
Put the cat back in the box. This wouldn't be the first time. I'll put the cat back in the bag.
Part of a nutritious breakfast.
I pick up the nearest box of cereal and shake it to see if there's anything in it.
Okay. So specifically, it's rhinestone cereal, sparkles and milk, and and it looks like maybe a couple of years. I mean, it doesn't look like 1860s or anything like that. Obviously, it looks like something that would have been on a children's breakfast table. But it looks like it's a couple of years old.
So the mannequin is the rhinestone cowboy. That's awesome.
I get that reference.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. On your left.
I got that one.
Yeah.
Apropos of nothing, there's usually a prize in salad.
Is there?
In cereal boxes in the 70s?
There
Oh, yeah.
is. I'm going to turn it up, shake it out on the table. That's right, there was.
Yeah.
I
All right.
forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see a little plastic silver badge come out,
I'm going to take it out.
and it's a full.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm going to put it on.
Saddle up for breakfast, partner.
That's weird. I'm going to take my cat, and I'm going to go look for everybody else.
Perhaps I'm wandering off.
And you're still wearing the hat, of course. You can take it off.
Oh, no, I like the hat.
You should. No, I think you should walk around in the cowboy hat.
I like the hat
You should.
and the badge,
Mm-hmm.
because it's silver.
There's a new sheriff in town. So
Chaps and a vest, too, if you want to complete the ensemble.
No, I like the hat. The hat goes well enough with what I'm wearing.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the car, what are you doing?
We're actually exiting the car. I
Shop note, yeah.
taken the baby from Young Lotus, and so she could exit the vehicle, and we moved to the saloon to try to.
Okay, and you walk by the phone booth, and there.
Very clearly yelling in the phone.
Oh yeah.
Talking.
Totally in a long conversation.
We just continue.
All right. And as you guys are doing the investigation in the saloon, in comes Chop Note and Young Lotus.
Okay. Is the
Young
storm-
Lotus, of course, has her
Is-
violin case.
Is the storm now actually like the
Oh
same
yeah, it's
storm
now
outside,
rolled
so
in.
it's-
So
So at the very least, we're stuck here until this is done.
Mm. Ava,
Yes.
you're here.
Yes.
You, how was it? You made a phone call to me while I was on the phone.
The phone. I was in the store.
No, you just called me.
She's gonna give the look to like everyone else.
Yes.
I got nothing.
The
You told me that we had to watch out for the baby.
like getting poop on you or something.
Yeah, well, you said that it would be the end of the world if we didn't change the baby's diaper. So I did
Did you find the vodka that I left in the trunk?
several days ago.
It explains it. No, I did not call you.
Oh,
How was I call you from the store?
well, no, you called me just a second ago.
It was in the saloon with our friend Marcus.
He's looking around.
Okay.
Up on the chandelier.
Yeah.
I think your wisdom extends beyond your presence. You are a person of infinite value.
Well,
Look around, sure. See what
thank
goes
you.
around. You know he'll find you first.
Yeah, of course.
Is there any water around?
Oh,
yeah,
Baby
that-
is thirsty.
That we have, yeah.
There is water. Okay. And as you're looking through, there are empty bottles and a couple of barrels. And it looks like, a couple of bags of grass. They're just, that's what the kids called marijuana back then.
oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So, behind the counter.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought they were mowing, Dave.
That would be weird, but you have weird things
All right,
in your
your game,
games.
Dave. You wrote it.
There you go.
It's fescue.
Yeah. So much better than Dungeon World. All right. So, what were you doing?
Well,
I'm sorry.
apparently I was looking for food and I found grass.
You did.
Okay. I'll just lay that out on the counter, but
Apparently, Marcus has been holding out.
I must have found my way over there by now.
oh yeah.
Sure.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Nice hat.
Yeah.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
Is that the rhinestone cowboy hat from the breakfast cereal?
It is.
I
So
love that
smart
stuff.
of you to notice.
I love that stuff. I like the badge too.
There's some crazy ass talking mannequin in a room full of cereal over in the general store.
Okay.
It's kind of weird.
Have some grass.
You have any papers?
We could probably figure something out.
All right.
Sure.
That's a
Spirit of
70.
77, kids.
Yeah.
Tell
That's a
your
70s.
parents.
I probably have rolling papers.
Oh, of course you do, because you roll your own.
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
There you go.
All right. So Ava, these American imperialists are obviously smoking their dopes.
Drugs are bad for the body.
I know.
And
Stay
obviously,
clean, kids.
it's affected their thinking. If they're thinking mannequins are talking to them, and that I made a phone call from the storm.
Oh, don't be so stuck up.
Well,
Grass
all
isn't
of that
drugs,
happened
it's
before we
medicine.
found the drugs.
Right, no, that's why I was explaining
Yeah,
my.
yeah,
I didn't say that out loud. Sorry, I was explaining her thinking like out loud.
At least
So
we
she's
know what-
just like looking at you, like, we need to get out of here.
At least we know we'll be well stocked with protein shakes.
Yes.
You know, to survive the winter.
Now you can see through the, in the middle of the dust that there's a figure outside the, outside the saloon.
Where's Dizzy?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Desi.
Oh, he's calling Jerry, my agent.
Oh.
They're gonna come get us
Can
out
we
of
even
here
see
as
the
soon
phone
as
booth
they know
from,
we're
like,
here,
the
I'm
windows?
sure.
No, too much dust. But it doesn't look like it's Desi
Oh.
because it, doesn't look as Desi-esque.
Hide the grass.
And then you hear.
Maybe those people came back from the PPA. Oh yes, there's
The
a
PPA?
group of people who
Go
evidently
ahead.
live here and are
Open the-
flag-waving revolutionaries.
Oh, great. Maybe they'd like to give us a lift home.
They might.
All right, so when you open up, there is a dirty prospector there, big beard. Shut up. And wearing a hat and
Black t-shirt.
he's covered in the dust, coming out, and he's like obviously got his scarf over his face. He's coming in and goes, howdy, how long is that feller gonna be on the phone out there?
You only gave him a dime,
I
right?
gave him a dime. Oh, but
Can I
No,
come
he
in?
makes the
I'm
left
sorry,
call.
I don't come. You don't mind
Oh,
if
please. It's not our town.
All right, and he's pointing at something. Sorry, I got my mule out there. I'm telling him to stay put or close the door. Ugh. How you you all ain't around from around here, are you?
What makes you say that?
We ain't covered in shit.
That's a fair point.
I'm Al. How you doing?
Hi.
Well.
You ain't covered in shit either.
Well, not most of the time. I wore my good Sunday clothes today.
All right.
Dust everywhere.
No. I'm just out here to use the phone. That's all.
Well, if you go, it's my houseboy Dazzy who's on the phone. You could go talk to him and ask him if you could cut in.
Oh heck, I don't mind. If once I make my phone go back up to my mind anyway. I'm up in there in the Sierra Punta Mountains. I only come down like once every like 6, 9, sometimes even 12 months.
Did you say your name was Al? Al, are you familiar with the PPA?
Holy hell, we haven't been like gone into another civil war or something, have we? I don't get a whole lot of news out here.
Well, I think I'd probably notice. It would feel a bit more like home.
Are you some sort of Ruski?
They don't
I
know
was gonna take a
this
step
word. Or the Ruski, like
He
the-
means are you from where you're from?
Oh, I'm from the Soviet Union.
Really? So we did lose the war?
No, she's cool.
No, she's all right.
Yes, you did.
Well, I'm just here to wait for the phone, me and Heine, so, you know.
Okay.
So what brings you all out here to the Price is Right?
He ran out of gas.
Marcus.
All right. That's a fair call. Yeah, we ran out of gas. We're just driving on the highway.
Do you have any gas?
Oh, hell no, I use a mule, man.
Far out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Takes his hat off.
Wild,
It's a
man.
dirt throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of dust from his hair.
Man, if you just put some Breck in that.
What's Breck? That's not one of them funny things that smell like, like pee or something, is it?
Do you have those things
I
in
hope not.
America?
It's a pomade.
No, that's
Things
German.
to smell like pee?
No.
Oh.
No.
Is it
No.
a desired thing?
No, not so much.
Oh.
It's just nice.
Well, maybe some
It's a
places
compliment.
can.
Oh,
You have
well,
a
thank you,
fine
ma'am.
head of hair there.
That's a fine looking hat you got on
Why,
there.
thank you very much.
You know, I don't know, but that looks a lot like the hat from the cowboy that's on that cereal box.
I think so too.
That's real nice. Did you find that in a box or something?
No, but I found this in a box of something.
Oh, are you sheriff now?
No, I'm just wearing
Shit.
some.
I'm just kidding, ma'am. That's fine.
All right. Are you sheriff?
Oh, hell no, ma'am. I don't come. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that kind of word in front of a young lady like yourself. I'm so sorry. No, I'm just like I said. I'm just out there, doing my prospecting. Don't do a whole, I keep looking for silver, but I can't find a whole lot of things out there.
So the prospecting, it is looking for the silver?
Most of the time, man, but I don't seem to find a whole lot of them. I find a whole lot of other things, though. And he pulls out, and he's like putting little, like little rocks that he's finding out here, out of his pockets. See that?
Those are very nice rocks.
Yeah.
Any of them look like they're worth anything?
Well, it's real funny. It's like, well, do me a favor, put out, because I'm going to just make the jump there, dim that little lantern there for me, would you?
I'll just, hey, Panda, get the lantern.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing that for. Well, thank you very much there, Panda. What? And so Panda lowers the lights, and the rocks are glowing. Ain't that the funniest thing ever?
Cool.
No.
I don't know why they do that.
Are those space rocks?
I don't know, ma'am. I found them down in the mine there.
Those would be so mesmerizing on stage.
What? You mean that one? There's a stage for it. Yeah.
Are you
Good
gonna
old
take one
glowing
from that
rocks
stage?
from a mine.
May I borrow
Are they
this?
warm to the touch?
Are you gonna touch it?
Yeah. They're
Oh
warm.
yeah, that
Yeah.
sucker's warm
Yeah.
to touch.
Yeah, they told us about this. We don't want you
Yeah,
touching those. We don't want to
yeah.
near those. That's uranium.
Oh.
No, that's my uranium.
Wait.
It's all your uranium.
Are we still talking about the pee?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Anyway,
Are they bad?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
we keep collecting these here rocks, and I don't know. Maybe I'll go sell them down in like Santa Fe or something. Somebody will be sure to buy them.
Your hair falls out. You get real old real fast.
Oh, this
No,
is what
no.
you put in the bombs.
Yes, yeah, that's the stuff.
Oh, no, I know of that.
What'd you say about getting real old real fast?
How old
It's
are you now?
it's not real good
Well, I'm
for you.
23. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
And,
65. That's a little joke there.
That's fine.
That's good.
You would probably get like quite a penny for selling those. I have some family who may be interested in the rocks that you are finding.
Oh, you think? I don't know.
Well,
I mean, most of that area was kind of closed off by the government, but I don't really pay attention to what the government says because I believe in independent rights.
Yes,
You
also.
see, have you ever heard of individual, the rights of the individual? The government should not infringe upon those kinds of things. No matter what their signs say, that the area should be
Quarantine?
Yeah, that's the word right there. Yeah, you're a smart fella, ain't you?
I do not know this word, but I do have some family who would be
It
interested
means like
in
where
those
you dig up rocks.
Ah, yes, a quarry.
So you're doing
yes.
the right thing.
It's a quarantine.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pouring the tea.
The tea, yes.
The tea right there.
Very good. But yeah, they don't know so much about individual rights, but
Oh,
The rocks
hey,
too.
as one of them Ruskies, I ain't surprised.
I could facilitate the acquiring of these rocks.
Oh, I got a whole bunch of them in my mind. Whole thing. I never even need to light up no candles. I just mine, during the night because I can see everything just fine. Occasionally, I get enough dust on them. Wow, I don't even feel that.
Oh, good. Perhaps I will use phone. I will be back.
I got to think from my army days that they at least covered this in some training.
Oh,
about,
sure.
About staying away
Because I
from
believe
this.
you have a well-stocked trunk.
I do.
I'm going to allow that to come through right now.
Sure.
Totally character, GM Fiat.
Right. I'm just like.
Rushing out to
Yeah,
get to
yeah,
the car and
yeah.
coming back. Sure. Okay. All right. So, going out to the car. All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go wait to
Are you
make a
going to
phone
get
call.
what I believe is like a
Yeah, it is.
yeah,
Like a
yeah,
Geiger
I
counter
figured
or
that's where
something.
you're going with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go wait to make a phone call.
All right.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Ahem.
It is not your turn. And what are you doing?
I'm gonna go look around the back of the saloon, see if any of these PPA people are here, so we can give us a ride home.
Okay. And what are you doing?
There's a stage.
There is. That's right. Okay.
Eyes have been locked on that from the moment he mentioned it, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. So as you're getting your radioactivity counter from the back of the car, underneath, of course,
Sure.
the shag
Yeah,
rud
yeah,
of,
yeah. There's a-
Candace, little back room
There's a
there.
first aid kit.
Sure.
Mechanical tools. Oh, look, a gallon of gasoline. Who knew?
All right. Yeah, that's crap. Don't let them see you had that. Ooh, don't. Oh, shit.
When did that get in there? Oh,
But
man.
as you know-
road flares and all kinds of stuff. It's like, oh yeah, Geiger counter, because why not?
Yeah. So as you're pulling out the Geiger counter down the road, you can actually see that there is a vehicle that's coming this way.
On the road.
Well, yeah, kind of off-road. It's more the dirt road, you could say. It's not part
Like,
of the
I
highway.
mean, is the sandstorm enough that I can just make it out, or is it like I can just see headlights?
It
or
looks like it's a hubby's cookie van.
Okay. This means nothing to me. I'm just
No,
gonna,
it
I'm
doesn't.
just gonna,
But it definitely is like, what the hell would a hubby's cookie van be out here?
I'm sure. I'm gonna go ahead and close the trunk and go back to the.
Okay. So meanwhile, you're up on the stage. You're waiting for the phone. What are you doing with Prospector Al?
I'm looking in the back. I'm not doing anything. with
Oh yeah,
Prospect
you're
Drive.
looking. You're looking
I'm
back.
looking in the back to see if I can find where these PPA people have gone. I'd like, and also if there's any leftover costumes.
Okay, and when you're out in the back there, you see
Wear costumes.
big
it's a
old
stage.
piles
They're
of
always
wrappers of hubby's cookies.
Really?
Yeah, and somebody's just been eating a whole bunch of them.
Looks like they had the munchies.
Come back in the saloon. Hey, I think we're in luck. There's a car coming. Or
All right, so Marcus
You know,
comes in saying, "Hey, there's a car coming."
cookie delivery van. And then I'm just.
Great.
Yeah. Just gonna check myself.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Check these guys.
Fine.
Okay.
Pointed back it out.
Guys are kind of
Right.
shit, they're crazy.
I think your thing's broken. It's making
Yeah.
a lot of weird noises.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's done with the phone.
All right, and he walks up there. Honey, you be good now. Hey, you have a good day too, there, little fella.
I'm gonna go check his mule. 'Cause his mule was like just carrying pounds and pounds of this stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of crackle.
Look, I'm no scientist, but I think he's gonna die.
Aw, everybody dies someday.
His day is someday, real soon, real soon.
Okay.
Also, if he gets on the mule, I think there might be critical mass to the point where he actually like detonates or something.
That's too bad.
Yeah. On the plus side, there's a car coming. It's a
good.
cookie van.
How big is it?
That's a personal question.
Cookie.
Oh, the van. Your husband taught me that joke.
He did not.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
No.
I was gonna say it sounds about right.
Bill heard that joke and walked 5 feet and said it louder.
Yeah, that's probably true. I'm just saying he taught me the joke. Okay. All right,
So there's a car coming. What kind of car?
Cookie car. Hub's cookie.
Cookie car.
Yeah. Cookie
Are you
delivery
hungry?
van.
I'm hungry.
Well, I haven't even spoken to this yet, but yeah, sure.
I'm hungry. I'm good. Let's go see about cookies.
Right.
All right. So what are you doing? Shopping?
I'm on the stage.
Oh, doing what?
Preparing.
Of course, preparing for your solo.
Yes. Well, actually, it's not solo. I tell young Lotus, this is an excellent time for us to rehearse.
I'm gonna go ahead and spark up.
It is through adversity that you learn greatness on the stage. And the child will be entranced by the harmonies of our rock. Lee,
Can I hear that?
Of course you can.
It's by practice you get greatness on the stage,
yes.
not adversity.
So you see a hubby's cookie van coming up, and the driver is wearing sunglasses, big beard, and is wearing a beret. Driving up wearing and you can kind of see that there's other people in the van as well.
Can I roll to eagle eye to size them up?
Sure.
Ooh. Add brains to that?
Yeah.
Oh, 5.
Okay.
I'm very concerned about my phone call.
Okay.
Very clearly, this is the cookie delivery.
All right.
The crack cookie
So you
delivery
can
team.
see that the cookie van is slowing down at the edge of town, and they're all looking at you, and they're all starting to get out of the car or the cookie van, and you can see that they're all wearing paramilitary uniform-ish kinds of things, with M14s. and they're looking at you, and they definitely are not looking friendly. Meanwhile, in the phone booth, Desi is still chatting away.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
I point over there. He just waves at them. Okay. I guess I will wave at them.
And they're just staring at you, and you can tell that they're slowly, taking the safeties off and,
Yep.
and prepping their automatic rifles.
I feel like that's like
Something's about to happen.
Tuesday for her. Like,
It's a
grew up in Russia. This is a horrible stereotype of what I think Soviet Russia
Yeah,
was like in the
this is-
70s, so.
To be honest, I don't think it was that
It wasn't
much of a
that bad.
stereotype to say it wasn't quite friendly.
No,
Mm.
no. And they were definitely.
They probably couldn't
A
afford
fine
those,
people,
so-
not a good time in their history.
Right.
Okay. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right, so Marcus?
So I can see, yeah. Like,
God.
this is the owners of this grass that I'm smoking. Oh, great.
Yeah, you look at the glass and see that Ava is looking at the cookie van down there, and you can see that, oh, they're armed. Oh, huh, ooh.
Right. Panda, let's go. And we're gonna head back out and put that gallon of gas in the car because the
All
car will
right.
be an awful lot more useful in this fight if it actually drives. So
All right,
I'm
so-
gonna go put the gallon of gas in the car.
So he just called Panda onto his shoulder, and he's like making a hasty getaway. Sheree?
Hi, boys.
They're slowly walking up. So are you waving at them through the window there?
Where am I?
I don't know. You said you were in the back of the saloon. So
Oh, I thought I went out to. I thought I'd come out to see about the cookie truck.
Did you?
Oh,
You
so
can say you
you're out,
did.
you're out in the front porch of the saloon?
Uh huh.
Sure. And they're looking at you with the guns. Who are you supposed to be?
I don't know who I'm supposed to be.
Nice hat.
Thanks. I really like it. I found it.
They're looking at you. I don't think that you're supposed to be here, are you? I
I
think
don't
perhaps
think
you
so.
should get out. That would probably be a good idea.
That would be great. Do you have some gas you could spare?
They're looking at you. They're looking at each other. I'm afraid we don't, but I think it would be good for you to leave. And they're all looking at the guy who's speaking. They all nod quietly.
Okay.
You are the PPA that we saw, the
They
flag.
bring their guns slowly to the front. What have you heard?
Well, you are for the people. This is something I understand.
It's the local government.
She saw your
They
sign.
really want to get rid of that local library.
I too. I am from a country that successfully did this and took out the czars many decades ago, and so I can appreciate what you have been, what you are fighting for.
Yeah, the liberation of man in the midst of this imperial racist society. Quiet, Larry.
It is pretty racist, isn't it?
The autocracy. It is what is wrong with everything.
It is.
I want to join. Shut up. Larry, shut up. The leader of them goes quiet, and they all get real nervous for a second there. So, we appreciate your philosophies, ma'am, but I think that it's probably a good idea if you and your friend,
She kind of like gives a look like, eh.
you should probably hightail it out of here.
This is, in fact, our goal that we've been trying to get done for a very long time.
Yeah.
We are not so successful at leaving. We're trying very hard.
Okay, so what? You're still up on the stage? prepping?
Absolutely. Oh, we're not prepping. We're starting.
Okay.
You now hear the melodious tunes of a rock and roll guitar.
Round kicker rock, round kicker rock. What
somebody-
the hell is that?
What are the odds they're famous?
That's that 8-track you were playing on the radio the whole way in the car.
Yeah.
Donia, go find out what the hell that is. And so 19, one of the girls, she looks about 19, she, walks over there.
Make sure you take your gun.
She's got a rifle, yeah. And so as you're performing, you see this woman, this 19-year-old girl come in, carrying an M1. And going, what the hell are you doing?
And I just don't stop singing. I'm just performing.
Kicking rock on! Violin solo.
Yes.
But the baby has stopped crying.
Yes.
Terrified in
Looking
silence.
on in
looked
terror.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, out at the car.
Right. Okay. Just finishing up with putting the gas in the car.
All right.
It's gonna take a little while for it to work its way through the
Sure.
Cadillac because there's like 9 feet of hose before it gets to anything useful.
Mm-hmm. And then, Al's out there going, looks like you found fast. Because remember, he went out to
Right.
So, you look real bothered when you were like pointing that thing at me. Are you sure? All right. Maybe you need to go see a doctor, son.
Yeah. I'll get right on that. Say, maybe you should.
And the dust is slowly
Yeah.
getting near, like waft as you take a step back in the waft.
Right. Al. Good luck with the mine.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank you,
think it's
son.
going to be really big. I think that you're going to for the rest of your life you're going to have this mine. Yes, for the very rest of your life. Okay.
And you see the handkerchief, and there's a little bit of blood in
Of
there.
course.
Of course. Tucks it in.
He's got like consumption on top of it.
Don't mind
Got
that.
me the diphtheria.
That just happens every so often. I'm
Right.
fine.
Right. Well, good luck to you there, Al.
Hey,
Go ahead.
you don't know nothing about them fellas out there in the front, do you? That's got your friends with you.
Nope. Slam the door. Make sure I roll up the windows and like close the little triangular vent hole thing in the front. And it's like,
Oh wow.
oh god, I hope none of that got on me. I'll go ahead and start the car.
All right. So all of you here.
It sounds like the car is started. We may be able to leave after all.
I don't think they're all talking. Yeah, you should probably go.
I know the music is terrible. I would want us to leave as well.
Doing the sidekick of love.
Oh, let me just go tell Desi.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
do you have any cookies?
And they all look at each other. None in the van. Yeah, we don't got nothing in the van.
Anything inside? Any cookies?
No. You ask a lot of questions for someone wearing a glittery cowboy hat.
It's really
Actually,
cool, isn't
in
it?
my experience, Americans with the big hats, they ask many questions. They
This is-
talk excessively.
This is the coolest hat I ever found on a table covered with cereal.
Yeah.
Circle and then come down the main street to where these guys are.
Okay.
Well, you can't deliver a beatdown with a Cadillac if you don't have a Cadillac in motion. And I'm going to, if I can, like fishtail the thing around, eject the trunk monkey with the weights in hand to just, plow through those guys. And then, like, from inside the hot boxed, Cadillac, I'm just going to be like, get in!
Nice.
All right.
Right.
Roll,
How
baby.
does that happen?
All right. So you're doing a trick move here. All right.
Okay.
So specifically, all right, we're going to say so. You're delivering a beat down, so you can add
Add
your
the
car's
power.
plus. So that's
Plus
one power.
one, right.
And all right. So you are doing a hustle move. So roll plus hustle, and then you may add one there to it.
Okay.
What?
Yep.
I was just gonna say I am black belt in crazy.
You are.
So when I sit out a fight and play an inspiring tune,
You are.
which my tune is, you fire up your friends, so while performing, the team rolls with something extra and gains an area trait for their melee
Go
attacks.
for it. So
Yeah,
I think you
something
need it
extra.
right
I think I might need that. Okay.
8. Okay.
So 8, 9 with the hustle, 10 with the power.
Well, listen. With the hustle, 8, and then 10. Yep, you're right. Okay,
Yep.
just making sure. That's a good point because that would have gotten really bad there for a second. All right, so you all of a sudden you hear, and the Cadillac is coming in. He does a fishtail. The trunk pops open, and then you guys see Panda out with the weight. Is that what you said he had in his hand?
With like the dumbbells.
Those are mine.
And
He's gonna give them to you. Just just delivering them at speed. It's here's your ammunition. I'll shoot it at
Thanks.
you.
all right, so yeah. So, God. All right, so the vision of a monkey flying out of the trunk towards these guys with the guns, and knocks them down. All right, so what do you guys do at this moment? You're still performing, of
Yes.
course. So that is a sight you never expected to see.
They were very friendly. You should probably get in the car.
It's a hell of a thing, though, the way the monkey did that.
Yeah.
We pulled a number 7.
Yeah.
We've done this before.
She appreciates the arm strength that would take to leap from a car holding the dumbbells. That was impressive.
Crazy monkey strength.
Great squat.
That's right. So, Cherie?
I'm gonna run to the phone booth before running to the car and bang on the window 3 times. Desi, get your ass out here.
I am almost done with my phone call.
Yeah, bullshit. Come on. They're gonna shoot us or something. I don't know. Come on.
All right, I will have to call you back later. No. No.
And I grab him by the vest and
No.
pull him.
All right, so you're running for the. Okay. All right. Why do you always have to do this embarrass me in front of my friends?
Because who else would I embarrass you in front of?
But Goddess, I was on the phone.
Yeah, tell your mom. Come on.
That is not funny. You know my mother is dead.
Oh.
Well, she's dead to me.
Well, mine too. Come on.
All right. So what are you doing, Ava?
I think she likes these guys.
The proletariat?
Yeah, I think she's gonna grab the weights from the monkey though.
Okay. Grabbing the weights, and what are you doing?
If the car starts speeding back towards us, we will finish up our performance, as we are very apt of getting off stage quickly before the fans overwhelm us.
Of course.
So we can easily,
Fans.
yes, before the fans overwhelm us, and easily pick up the baby and make our way to the vehicle.
Of course. All right, you're running. Okay. So, all right. It's gonna be crazy. Okay, so young Lotus is trying to follow behind you.
Yes.
And you're trying to get into the car as well. Is that
Yeah, I could be getting towards the car.
okay?
I'm in favor of leaving this place.
Yeah.
With a longful look back.
You still have the
Oh.
Shit, the cat is in the saloon.
You did leave the cat behind.
It'll be okay.
Get in the car quick, let's go!
It'll be okay.
Not without Fluffy.
They will take good care
Go
of
get
cats.
Fluffy.
I'm not going to get Fluffy. I was going to get in the car. You get me off the phone, say get out in the car, and then when you tell me not to get Fluffy. It is not fair. I mean, Masando going
All of you guys in the car?
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay, driving away.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, he is such a C word.
Fluffy.
Maybe even a B. Oh, he is definitely a B.
Oh, did the monkey get back in the car?
Oh yeah, the
A
monkey.
bee?
The monkey. And the monkey is making a finger gesture towards, everybody. Is looking all around
He gives that kind of monkey grin in the figure.
and hops over into the front seat. Who else is in the car? Who made it? All right.
Young Lotus.
Did you make it into the car?
I believe I made it into the car. I may be in the
She
truck.
She said she was getting in the car before I did.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yes.
Yes.
But if you
Did
got out,
Desi make it in the car?
Desi hopped. Yes, because I pulled
You
him
dragged
partway
him.
in.
But
Yes.
the cat didn't.
But Desi but one heel broke off one of his boots.
Of course. I broke a heel! Do you not know how to drive up there?
No.
All right, so what are you specifically doing? Oh, all right. Now I'm going to suggest, if I may, that Desi to get in the car hopped in the trunk because it was open.
Fair
Yes.
enough. Fair enough.
Okay. Because Desi was the last one to get in on the glass, and you're looking at back. They are following you.
With his face all pressed up. Nice.
Oh, he's on top of the trunk?
No, he's in the back. He's like, yeah, over the hood.
Yeah.
With the
Thank you.
with the fur. I'm going to lay back down now.
Oh.
Good,
Okay.
honey, you take a rest.
There's a lot of plush carpet back here.
Why don't you shut the lid, keep the dust off you?
Okay.
He locks himself in the trunk.
He locks himself in the trunk.
Gotta head
wise-
towards the highway.
A wise man said, to get away from a chase, you must play inspiring music. Here's volume 2.
Oh God.
The Kung Fu Love! It's the Kung Fu
Stop
Love!
this car right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So they are giving chase in the hubby's cookie van.
I just want to clarify. We're in a '70s Corvette.
Cadillac.
Cadillac.
It's a
Okay.
muscle Cadillac.
So we've got like 7 miles on the gallon.
Yeah, you got a good 7 miles before it runs
7
out.
gallons a mile, one or the
Pretty
other.
Yeah,
much.
Because
It's-
if I remember,
it's a
the,
gas guzzler.
the trade
Yeah,
on this
it's a gas
vehicle was a
guzzler.
gas guzzler.
Yes.
Chosen.
Yeah, well, you know, was that or loud? So
No, this is all right. It's all
We're
good.
going to make a getaway
Who's
for
in
the
the
next
front
quarter
seat?
mile.
the monkey.
Yeah.
Just the monkey?
Fantastic.
Just the monkey.
Yeah, nobody hopped in the front
I've
seat.
had enough. I have had enough of this.
Oh, I'm in the front seat.
climb-
'cause of music.
Oh, that's true. You
I
are.
climb over
Well, there's actually multiple,
into
you
the
know,
front seat.
Yeah, later.
Between the
eight,
two
eight
of
tracks. But, you know,
pull
so-
another 8-track out of my bag, eject that one, throw it into the back seat, and insert the Cher album that leads with Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
Okay.
Enough rocker.
All right, and so
Sorry.
and Panda is just looking at you.
And then I kiss him on the cheek.
Aww.
And I get back in the back seat.
And Panda like hands it to you, and it's Panda is holding a glowing rock.
Where'd you get that?
Points it back there.
Bad note.
Throw it out the window.
Get rid of it. It exploded?
Yeah, when it hit the ground.
You got any more of those?
And goes over to the glove compartment, and all surrounding your feet.
Oh God.
And then just at that moment, the guy kind of clicks on and just starts you know.
Yeah.
It's great. Here?
What are they? What is it?
Oh, just throw it at them.
I'm going to toss them like hand
Rocks.
grenades back to the guys behind us.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm just gonna just lean out the sunroof and pretend it's like a Mardi Gras thing,
There's a
and you're
sunroof?
throwing beads. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a sunroof.
Okay,
It's
nobody.
Cadillac.
It's a Cadillac. There's 3 sunroofs.
There are.
There's music on the Lido deck back there.
There are
Come
weirder
on.
things in old cars. I've
Yeah.
seen.
Like 8-track players. My grandmother had one.
My 67 Cuda has one of those. It's like added underneath, so it's not in the dash.
Right. Heading.
I have a handful of these.
Heading down the highway.
Yeah, the thing that set off the Geiger counter.
Yes.
In your bare hand.
We're tossing them.
Yeah,
Back.
just
Like
give it to those guys. They want it back.
grenades.
We are. I'm tossing them out the side of the window. It's Heavy Metal Thunder behind the car.
Oh, okay. So you're just tossing them. You're not really
One
throwing them at
a
anybody.
time. I don't.
I'm just making sure
at
what you're doing.
Anybody? There's a car. I roll down the window and I'm throwing them behind the car. in real life. Doing my best to.
How far behind us are they?
Oh, well, they're slowly. You're slowly gaining, or not gaining on them, but pulling away from them. Yeah, you're slowly losing them. Because they're having to swerve away from the explosive radioactive rocks that you're throwing.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Just
want to wash
making
your
sure.
hands.
They're
Twice.
like caps, right?
Oh yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, no. You're fine.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, right.
You might need to wash your hands with gasoline, but you'll be okay.
This is like a movie.
Could be.
This is a lot like a movie. I saw this in movies. People throw things out the windows.
All right.
Right, back on the highway.
Okay. Back in the highway. Where to?
Well, when I was at the rest stop, you said there was like an actual town further up the road, or a gas station or something like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can get at least to there before this
Okay.
thing runs out of gas again.
Okay. So, I should drive. Okay, so everybody's just driving in the car. So, is anybody doing anything while this is happening, by the way?
Other than getting rid of the rocks.
All right, and as you go, you can see, as you're getting up closer, you can see that there is.
How far away is this town?
About 10 miles.
Huh.
And,
Oh, good.
Just in range.
and then you can actually see that there are 2 cop cars that are blocking the area off there.
Okay.
And they're waving to slow you down. So.
Unless you guys.
Cop cars.
Yeah.
I rolled
You haven't
up the
done
window
anything
and
wrong. You
I-
should be.
Yeah, I
able
was
to
No,
gonna
no,
say,
no.
yeah, we're
I
fine.
pulled the half of the joint that I stashed in my bra when
Right.
the guys with the guns were coming up and throwing it out the window.
I just won't talk.
That's fair.
That's
I'll
fair.
go ahead and stop for the police.
All right. And the guy comes over and he's holding like a wanted sign or a wanted poster. And goes, all right, can I see your license and registration, please?
Sure. Hand it over.
Well, you don't look like you're a member of the People's Proletariat. Don't look like you're a member of the PPA. Are you a member of the PPA?
No, that's the guys in the cookie truck behind us.
You've lost them, so they're not
Oh,
there
okay.
anymore.
Oh,
So.
well, yeah, they're back there. We met them.
You know that they're out here, you know. Out here in the Caliente Desert, over by the Sierra Punta Mountains.
Yep. And
That's a lovely hat you're wearing, ma'am.
Thank you. Isn't it fabulous? I found it on a table full of cereal.
That looks a lot like what the rhinestone cowboy used to wear in the sparkle cereal. You know, I always liked that when I was a kid. That's a beautiful hat, ma'am.
Riding out on a horse in the Star-Spangled Rodeo.
That's fantastic. What do you got? What are y'all doing out there? Is that a monkey?
Yeah.
So what are y'all doing out here on Long Highway 61?
Head west.
So you don't know nothing about the People's Proletariat, you know, PPA?
Nope. No. Should we?
Well, you know that they just recently robbed the local army base, correct?
Still no. Don't know anything about them.
You don't know nothing about no radioactivity?
Nah.
You mean like when you turn on the radio?
I'm afraid that's classified information, little lady.
Oh, damn.
They stole a whole bunch of stuff as well as one of them. What do you call them, Earl? Thermonuclear devices. They got themselves one of them one of them bombs that glows when it blows up.
Huh.
I think that all bombs glow when they blow up.
Well, they didn't have none of that that stuff, right? Nope, missing that. Right, so it was unarmed unless they were able to get any of that radioactive material thing.
I wish we could help you. We got to get back to California, though.
Well, hell, you're going the wrong way. You're on your way to New Mexico in this route. You got to take the other direction.
Oh, we need to fill up the gas.
Oh yeah, you got one of them like Cadillac things.
Euros.
You know, my grandmother had one of them. God rest her soul.
Oh,
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
she sounds like a nice lady.
she was until she died. Died at 91 years old.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Died behind the wheel of her Cadillac. My grandpa was shocked.
What was he doing?
He was in passenger side.
That is a tragic story.
I know. That is such a lovely hat.
Thank you.
Well, I'll give you guys a pass for now, but you stay out of trouble there, young man.
Thank you, officer. I will.
Oh, one more thing. You haven't happened to see. Well, it's not important. You all have a nice day, and good luck to y'all.
Do you want to give him the baby?
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yes.
Oh, ma'am, we are not allowed to accept gifts.
Oh. Oh, do you happen to know if the next town up has a fire station or something?
Or an orphanage.
Why the hell would there be an orphanage in a town out here in New Mexico? We don't lose our children like in communist Russia.
So no parents die in Arizona?
Only when they're 91 years old.
In the car, in the Cadillac, I see. Just a neat trick.
Well, you all have a nice day.
You too, and you be careful now, because I know that what do you call them? Proletarian army is out there looking for people, and they're dangerous people, and you should be very careful with you and your baby. I'm sorry, you and your baby. That's a very pretty baby. It looks just like you. Well, you and your young lady, you two have a nice little family together.
Oh, no. That's very bad for all the muscles in the lower abdomen. It's not good.
Oh, Sunshine, shouldn't you be acting like a mother though now? I mean, really, you're not getting any younger, and you got a little one now.
No. He's
Oh.
got a little one.
I'm so sorry.
Those are the ones.
My wife was the same way too for a little while, but she got over it.
A wise man says that the mouth and ears are used best in that proportion. You have used yours for several minutes. Perhaps you can use your ears now to listen to us go away.
Earl, what do you think about that? I think he's making fun of you. No, he's not. He's telling me something important. All right, well, you guys go now. Good luck to y'all.
So long.
Bye-bye now. We need to get out of this town as fast as we can.
Do we have gas now?
We will when we hit that service station,
Let's
yeah.
go.
All right, so, yeah, 10 miles.
Is worried about, the end of the world.
Because
I'm going to let you kibitz while I use the restroom real
Come
quick.
on.
because he said, why are you worried that you might have forgotten that you called him from the storm on the phone?
No, about his crazy stuff. No, I mean about what you call police officer in this country said about the bomb and them having a bomb but needing the uranium, and the old guy with the mule having the uranium across the street, within 100 yards, all of it together.
I'm a little concerned, yes.
Yes, but your phone call to me showed wisdom.
Did
Where
not
does the
make
baby
any
fit
phone
in all
call.
this
Where
is what
does-
we don't know.
The baby.
I want to know if there's a fire station in this town.
Yes, we give. The
It's right next to the burning
baby-
orphanage, so
Yeah.
it's a
Because they don't have an orphanage anymore.
a fire station or an orphanage? Or an orphanage on fire? It's-
Anything helpful.
Anything where you could possibly deposit, anything with a baby depository.
There's a library, we can just drop them in the book bin.
Yes, is this
Yeah.
American tradition with
Yeah,
the
sure,
baby
why
and the
not?
book bean.
Military tradition, more
Yes.
or less. Yeah.
Let's do this. I like
Piggly
this.
Wiggly, go down to the Piggly Wiggly.
That's it.
Drop off the baby.
Well, if we go back that direction, we should not take the baby because it's very dangerous, and also it smells and makes loud noises, and I do not like any of these things.
These are all true things, but we can't just leave a baby just leave a
No,
baby
but
in
there's
the desert.
people in the town. We could. Hey, oh, you dropped this. Goodbye. Like, yes. We were dumb enough to pick it up. Someone else will be dumb enough to pick it up.
In this country, if you drop off a baby on somebody like that, they're likely to just get in the car and chase you forever.
Oh. Hell. Don't want to be chased twice in one day, I suppose.
It would be a new record.
No. But still unpleasant. Especially in the gas guzzling American God.
It does sound like they might be able to make a big
Okay, well, that's
explosion
on
out of
me.
something, so we should get further away.
Unless we can, like, stop the explosion. Perhaps we can.
We're having this conversation while I'm putting like
I don't
100
need to be
gallons of
involved.
gas in the car.
Perhaps
Ding,
they.
ding.
Yeah.
Hi, you want me to check your windows?
For what?
No, wipe them off. That kind of thing. Check your oil.
Desi,
It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
70s.
He's in the.
Oh yeah,
knock
we
on
should,
the
we
trunk.
should we should like open a little trunk monkey hatch and see if he's in there.
He forgot Desi was
You
in
have a
the
trunk
truck.
monkey.
Yes, of course I do.
That's amazing.
he was talking for once. It's easy to forget Desi when he's not talking, which is never.
He's probably sleeping. It's very comfortable in there.
He could be on the rope swing.
We should let him out.
Why?
Well, I'll fill the tank. You go ahead and open the trunk and see if he's in there.
Look, I'm gonna open it up. Hi.
Okay, so you open it up, and you can see that the hatch has been broken off of it. That from all the things that have happened, and that Desi's not in the back. It's anymore.
See, I told you he's fine.
Checking your oil.
I'm gonna look like
Did
underneath
we
that
lose
thing
Desi?
that's on the bottom of the trunk of a car, under which there's usually some space that holds some, I don't know,
Like spare
things.
tires and
Sure, whatever people
Yeah.
put in their trunk.
yeah, sure.
Everything.
I don't know.
Another 5 gallons.
The phone's ringing inside. Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
And he walks back out. I'm sorry. I got a really weird question. Is one of you a goddess?
Who wants to know?
I couldn't tell. He had a really weird Latin accent. It was kind of all over the place. He said, do you want to talk to him? He said he needs to speak to goddess about, hold on.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. All right. Yeah, okay. So I come in and Desi?
We have your cat
And he's talking now.
and your guy. What is he? Pool boy?
Who are
Oh,
you?
cabana boy.
Who are you?
We want you to come back and bring us those stones that you found from the prospector.
You mean those cap rocks that we threw out the window?
Yes, they'll fuel. Well, you don't need to know. You just come back and bring those to us, or else we're going to. Well, you'll never get your cat back, but we might send him back.
Are you the guys at the cookie van at the saloon?
You just show up with that. You have those rocks, or else. Bad kitty. Click.
Oh.
We got rid of all the rocks, right?
Did you?
I'm gonna come back at. God. Do we have any more of those pop cap rocks things?
Use your Geiger counter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we do, but we could just pick up some rocks and
So-
give them to them. They won't know the difference.
No, I think we tell them to go find
We
them
can
at
take a little bit of the
mine.
dust and sprinkle it over it so that we can prove that it's
The monkey looks suspicious.
He just looks like that.
Your monkey is like making faces at me.
He does that.
I mean the new kind.
Though,
Not the poop flinging kind, but
Well, he does that too. But
Yes.
I mean, I know it's inconceivable that he would have more of those rocks, as he's like opening up a bag with more rocks.
perhaps it's better we say we do not have them, even if the
So-
monkey has them.
that was the guy's. Excuse me, Mr. Gas station fellow. We're
Hi,
having a
welcome to Scirocco. We put a tornado in your tank.
That's fantastic. Do you have any candy and maybe some sodas that we could buy?
We have a vending machine.
Maybe a vending machine, like
That's
maybe a case of sodas.
That's a nice hat, man.
Thank you. I love my hat. I love my hat.
Yeah, we have a vending machine in the back. Hey, you're the
Yes, the flexi woman. Yes, this. My name is Ava.
right with the French guy.
Yes. Also, Olympic medalist, but also with the French guy. Would
I
you like
only-
a power bar?
Oh no, thank you.
No.
But I actually got the wrap thing.
Oh, very good. I can see your abs through your shirt. Very nice.
Thank you. I've been
The
working
slender
out.
cone.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a vending machine in the back.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Could you change a 5 for us?
Yeah.
Here. Oh, thank God. So the cookie men have Desi and the cat, and they want the pop rocks for them.
Right.
They want to make a bomb
Right.
with the Papa Rocks.
What are you thinking?
Great. Do you think they know how to do that? They
Probably.
didn't even have any cookies.
Well, I think they lie about cookies. And I think they actually have weapons. That's what we do. We say that's
They
food
had
and
weapons.
it's actually
They had
weapons.
some kind of guns or something.
Yeah, but I think that they had the bigger weapons probably in the truck.
Oh.
That's what you do. You're like, oh, it's only food,
So-
police officer.
Anyway,
No.
they're gonna kill the cat and maybe Desi unless he can talk his way out of it. Lord knows he can talk his way, but I don't know if he can talk his way out of the gunmen with the cookies. And they want us to come trade the rocks for that.
Mhm.
Are we good with that?
Well, you want to give those people an atomic bomb?
1, 2, 3, 4, 25, 50, 75, 85, 95. 5.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry to ask you, but do you think you could change the ones for quarters so we can use them in the vending machine?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
So they're going to find the mining man
Mhm.
anyway with the mule.
Mm-hmm.
So, perhaps that we have to stop them from that too, because the rocks we have, it's not a big deal. They're going to be like, hey, man with mule who was in our town, like,
Right. Who had
yeah,
bags and
he
bags
will-
of the stuff.
And he will be like, hey, look, there's a mountain full of explosives, and they will be like, oh, exciting, that is what we want, and that is very bad.
Yeah.
So,
25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 2, 25, 55, 75, 3, 25, 55, 75, 76, 77, 78, 9, 80, 1, 2,
This is very helpful, thank you.
Oh.
84,
so
5, 86, 87, 1.
So what I propose is that we convince them, like one bomb, like that's all they have. That's not very good. Not a lot's going to happen with one bomb. They will make much more money if they sell the crackly rocks to Soviet Russia. And then they can buy all of the guns that they want for their revolution.
So you want to try to convince them to sell uranium?
To the Russians.
88, 89, 90, 91, 1.
It's a very good plan.
I
They
don't
do
think
that and then they get
that
more
actually
guns.
sounds very smart. I mean, a bomb wouldn't be much good for a revolution, would it?
No, they do one thing in one city, who cares? Like there's many cities in the Americas.
91. 92, 93, 94.
Hey, I have a question for you. If you were going to start a revolution, would you rather have a lot of guns or one bomb?
That's a very good question.
What?
You're very good at counting.
Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking.
One big boom or many, many little booms if you are trying to overthrow government.
Well, that would depend on what your final target objective would be. If you were wanting to be able to create a consistent reign of terror over a span of, say, 9 to 12 months, then you would probably want to have smaller versions in order to be able to spread them out. But if you were wanting to have one bigger strike in terms of being able to have a overthrow of one place, you would want to have it in one bomb, but you would want to place it in some place like, government or like a government base, or like possibly like the uranium enrichment plant down the road.
Oh.
So 94, 95, 96.
You bring up a good point.
That's a very
the wise man
surprisingly helpful.
The wise man says the person who can count, you can count on his wisdom.
I'll spot you the pen.
No. Just give me a second.
All right.
Don't make
There's your
problem.
What is she saying? There's a rich plant down the road?
Uranium enrichment.
So more of the crackly rocks, they make it more powerful. They take out the rock part and just the bang part.
The worst part about
Explosive.
100.
either one of
There
these,
you go.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, and that's 4. I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
I ran out.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Thanks, man.
the worst part
Break all
about
these quarters
either
down.
one
Take all
of
the
these
quarters here.
plans,
There's a person back, and before we leave, and I'm gonna buy all the tab in the machine.
Sorry, okay. It's just hard when multiple conversations happen at the same time. So go ahead now.
so
I'm sorry, did you want green stamps?
yes.
Yes.
Does that mean money?
Kind of. It's sort of like
You suppose they've got pop rocks in that machine? Because we could give them pop rocks, and that would be kind of funny. It wouldn't be actual bombs. It would just be we give them pop rocks and tell them that they're
Funny.
radioactive.
I still think that we are missing the worst part of this plan.
what's the worst part?
If we provide either the uranium or anything else that substitutes, we have to receive the cat back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can, Mr.
Young Lotus is.
Do you have the Benadryl?
The what?
The sort, like the pills that have the thing that keep you from sneezing,
Oh, hold on.
For
like
allergies.
the Dimetap. I don't know what's in 70s.
Just a moment.
Okay.
There's Dimetap.
Okay. Good.
Just barely, but there's Dimetap.
Frederick!
Yeah.
We have secrets.
Oh yes. Is that the same? It is
No.
very. Oh.
Whenever I have a
Like
cold, I have
cough
aspirin and secrets.
Oh.
Aspirin for your other symptoms and secrets for the
neck pain.
Not secrets. No, for throat. They're for
Oh,
sore
the throat. So
When you when you need to
I'll go and
say
open the
anything.
well-stocked trunk, and there's probably like a full medical kit.
No, there is. Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
Here's your
Yeah,
Dimetap.
Oh.
the whole time.
Yes.
Young
Young
Lotus.
Lotus.
Young Lotus.
It
Here.
will.
The
cure
well-stocked
her-
trunk
it will
is
cure her
is
sniffles
literally the
and
closet
double
of
her
anything
energy
you
levels.
need. You know, it's
Today
it's
it
GM
is.
Fiat. Yes.
So let me get this right. This is Young Lotus.
Yeah.
So let me get this right. You had gasoline and an antihistamine in the back with your fucking monkey.
He's the one that keeps the inventory. I just drive the car.
You little shit.
Right. So, like, how attached are you to Desi and the cat?
Well,
Because there's other personal assistants. That's all I'm saying. And there's other cats.
I mean,
Are any of them as good as Desi?
I mean,
Desi is. I mean, hate to say it, but I mean, Desi is he's a pain in the ass, but he's a human being. And
And the
that's
cat.
you know, everything I've heard, I never heard of eternal damnation for letting a cat go. I mean, cats have more lives, and I'm pretty sure that Fluffy's not through his full 9.
Mhm.
But Desi, he's a pain in the ass. But if we kill him, I'm pretty sure he has about 6 brothers who are going to come after all of us.
Hire one of them
To what?
to be the next Desi.
No, I don't mean that. They're not like him.
We should
They're not fun.
we should
They're
definitely
more like
go
the
back.
PPA guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then we got to give him something. But I don't think we can give him uranium.
No, that's why we say, hey, you take the uranium from the man with the mule, you sell it to the Soviet Union, and then Soviet Union gives you money and ammunition and stuff for your other guns. Like, good trade.
Why don't we
So
tell
if you-
the sheriff from the Dukes of Hazzard that we met on the way that we're going back to do this, and maybe he'll send some help?
I didn't get the impression that he was useful.
No?
No.
Also then, I mean, all that uranium will go to waste. Like, it just sit in the mountain. We don't want that.
Well, at least if we return, we can present a plan and possibly save some lives.
That
And
too.
all will be balanced in the world.
Balance, yes, balance.
Does that mean you want to go back to?
Panda, do you have any more of
Yes.
those rocks?
All right.
How many more? Okay.
Hey, do you know
Holds
how
up
those
2
things
fingers.
work?
Yeah.
You know how when I threw them out the
2.
window one at a time, they made a little pop?
2 dozen?
What would happen if I tied a bunch of them together?
3 dozen.
Wow.
He's got 4.
Yeah. For where? Just give me the rocks.
All right. He reaches under your driver's seat.
Of course he does. It's not like my testicles were right above those things or anything. So, like pebbles, big rocks.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to tie all of them together?
Well, I was just thinking they want them back, right? So, but they didn't say how they want them back. Now, if one of them makes a little pop on the road, wouldn't more of them make more?
Because that's science.
That's how more works. Yes, sure. Work with me here.
Hey, I had a good American public school education. I made it all the way through the 8th grade, too. I was like,
I'm gonna go and like pick up a bunch of gravel, something that's gonna look similar to these particular rocks, but
Sure.
and I'll like take one of them and
Straight out of the ashtray that's right there by the gasoline
well,
can.
this is, it's gotta be like some rocks by the side of the
Oh,
road or
yeah.
something. Yeah, just you know.
Look, this is the 70s, so
Right.
there is an ashtray with gravel right there, right by the gas,
Fair enough. Okay.
pump, right there.
Okay, but I'll take some of those
Some of them still like
And-
in there, like
and-
some of the smokes.
and take one of these pebbles and like break it up with a rock, so I've got like some dust kind of
Sure.
thing. Sprinkle it over it and say they'll be fooled by this. Like I can do the Geiger counter over this, and they'll be fooled by this, and then they won't have anything they can actually make a real bomb out of. But they'll think that they will. And then we can get Desi back, and then we can drive away, and then everything's fine. And then they've got a bomb that goes as opposed to a bomb that goes kaboom. Right?
Okay.
Sure.
Fair?
Yes.
What are you going to do with those 4 dozen? What are you going to do with the monkey's rocks?
Well, we're gonna toss the monkey's rocks.
I'll put in the ashtray. They'll be fine there.
Sure.
Yeah.
They're not flammable.
Then I'm gonna go wash my hands real good.
Okay. Oh, so you're going into the restroom? No. You should. I'm sure there's nothing in there that's going to be a problem.
No.
No.
It'll be all fine. It'll be all fine.
You want to go in there?
All good. Wash my hands.
All right. All right. So you go in and wash your hands.
Right.
All right. Sure.
Before I go to the bathroom, wash my hands, make sure I'm not transferring anything.
Okay.
Okay.
And of course, when you go by, there's a big board, the community lost and found board of all of that, of the different, piano lessons and learn how to play this new board game, and it's out there, it's brand new, and of course, a missing person, all that kind of thing. So, all right, and it looks like that there's like remnants of like a former crime scene outside of the men's room that was once there, because you see the police tape and you can see the chalk outline, a big blood stain right there. So.
I'll just step over that on my way.
Yeah,
to the
you
bathroom.
don't want to get involved in that.
I don't need it.
No. That's a whole other awesome plot that we don't want to get into. No.
This is getting complicated.
Yeah, we tapped that right there, folks. You can use the X card to say, we don't want that plot. Let's keep going.
Hey, Lenny.
That's a joke, by the way. You should always respect people's boundaries by using the X card.
Right, no, we don't want to think about it. Hey, Lenny, who died here? Lenny being the gas station guy.
Sure, it says Lenny.
Yeah.
Oh, that was some bodyguard guy.
When?
He's stacking cans. About 6-8 months ago.
Bodyguard for who?
That missing heiress chick, Kirshner something. Sandy Kirshner, I think her name is. TV. She got taken by the
PPA?
Yeah, you heard it. Yeah.
Yes, Sandy Kirshner, the missing heiress.
Yeah, the
PPA.
cookie lady.
Yeah.
The cookie family.
Do they not pay you to clean the floor?
Not outside.
Oh, alright. Fair.
It's almost like there's a whole goddamn plot, isn't there? I thought Dave was just making crap up.
New development.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's a lot of money to be made.
That's
Well,
what
that's my
I've been
motivation.
saying.
So
That's
you
good.
know, it's a.
That's good?
Is.
I think good?
Yeah, sure. You got a phone? Lenny?
Yeah, we got one in the office in the payphone over there. Don't use the payphone though.
Oh.
Well, actually, no, that one's okay. Don't use the one at the ghost town.
Why? What happens to the one that goes down?
Are you kidding? You didn't hear about that? That's the phantom toll booth, man.
They
Oh, come on.
pay
You've
tolls
heard
in the
about-
phone?
No. The TV show, that's amazing.
Oh,
they had
kids book.
No. They have this TV show that's amazing, where basically they pointed out that that's out there, and it's one of the remaining phones out there in the Caliente Desert. So people all around the world call it and all that. It's stupid.
Oh.
So you can't get help. Anyway, you asked. So yeah, we got a phone in the office.
Have you noticed that Lenny is a fountain of information?
People
Nice.
around the world.
Hey man,
call
I got
this-
nothing to do out here. I got the TV and I got my work.
And also the Dungeons and Dragons.
Just look into that. It's gonna be big.
Nah.
That's not going anywhere.
So yeah, I got a TV, I got an Encyclopedia Britannia, I got the gas station and a Jugs magazine. That's my day.
Why do you want to look at jugs? Like, just get like pottery and like very strange.
Right.
Oh, honey.
So the heiress to the cookie fortune apparently was either taken or joined the
Oh,
PPA.
yeah, the Kirshner family.
Yeah. So
Really?
Yeah, apparently. Which is probably why they have all the cookies.
Was she? I didn't recognize
I didn't
her.
recognize her, but you never know.
And over there on the sign, you can see the missing poster.
Oh, this is literally like a billboard.
It's literally right there, the poster
If
right
only
there on
I
the
had
community
the
board.
number to call.
And it
like
shows
the camera pans
that
up
the
and-
girl named Donia, the 19-year-old that was
Ah.
sent in there, was actually, Sandy Kirshner of the Kirshner Cookie family.
That's that. She colored her hair.
I think the desert probably did that, but yeah.
Oh no. They're
Again,
cutting Claire all
whole
the
plot. Nah, we'll do it live.
The wise man says the plot can be ignored if the fun is had.
The wise man knows the plot will be ignored, so it's okay.
Oh, the wise man is sad.
So, are you saying that there's an opportunity to return a young lady to her family, and that peace can be found?
Yes.
I'm in.
I don't know about lady, but she's a rich girl.
And also money and fame.
So you're impressed by the cookie money, but not the wealth of Soviet Russia? I mean,
No.
It is the
I
1970s.
love the dichotomy of the term of the wealth of the Soviet.
maybe not the people, but
They couldn't possibly have money. Have you seen how they're dressed?
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and call the number that's on the billboard.
Well, it's not really a billboard; it's one of the flyers.
Okay, I'm gonna
But
call
yeah.
the number that's on the flyer.
Okay.
Wait, is it 26111?
Sounds-
7, 6, 11,
Oh, sorry.
36,
19?
19.
That seems like too many letters or too many numbers.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'll go ahead and call the number.
Thank you for calling the office of Shambam and Lowell.
Hi. I'm calling about the missing heiress.
Of the Kirshners? We
Yeah.
do get a lot of calls, sir.
Sure. No, I just wanted to. I've seen her. But I was curious if I was able to give you information.
$2 million, yes.
$2 million.
Yeah, for her return, no questions asked.
Okay. Where are you all located?
Well, we're in the city, of course. We're
In the city. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'll help you find it.
that's the only reason you called?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, thank you for calling Shambam
It'll be
and
fine.
Lowell.
It'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We go get the girl. We drop off the rocks. We sell the we sell the mineral rights to Soviet Russia. We're everybody's happy. Everybody's happy.
Everyone.
We pick up your cat. We
Peace
pick
is
up the
restored.
dog.
Right.
Or, I'm sorry. Pick up Desi. Sorry, slip. And not sure what we're gonna do with the baby, but so far everything's coming up roses.
Who's the baby?
I just think it's a little early to be imposing roles upon the baby. I mean, let the baby find out for himself or herself.
Mark, you makes a
themselves.
good point.
Yeah.
That's wise.
Does the baby actually have like a name on it, or like please
Did
deliver to, or anything
Did the
like
baby
that?
come with a
Minty.
tag?
You're right, the blanket
It's-
said
it's
the
a
word
mint.
Minty. Yeah, the baby's minty.
Mint.
Mince.
Mince.
M-I-N-C-E.
Oh,
Oh, I thought that was a brand name.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. I thought it was like a candy.
Me too.
Mint.
I
Yeah.
thought the baby was like,
Actually,
it comes
if
in
you
winter
really
green
want to
and,
know,
and-
no, sure. If you're wondering what it was brand name, yeah, of course it is. It's Mince is a brand of. Go ahead, say it. Hubble's cookies.
Oh.
So did the little heiress give birth to little revolutionary child?
and dropped him off down there at the.
I mean, there's not a lot of other people
And
around.
just left him
been
in the
missing for about
bathroom.
9 months, huh?
Not bad.
That's not much of a. That's not much of a. That's not much of a personal reason
Well,
to
we
rescue
could.
her.
Is this like a really newborn?
Yeah, about 3 months or so. It could possibly be hers.
Wow.
Wow.
We have honey to draw the flock.
But I mean, she saw the baby. She came in and saw your rehearsal.
But she didn't see the baby.
Oh,
No, she saw the rehearsal.
the other people.
She
did.
was too enamored with my performance. It's sad. It's unfortunate how people get lost in
We're all gassed up now, right?
Amazing.
Yeah,
we were talking.
you're
in the car.
plenty
Yeah.
gassed up.
The car's still
You
going.
actually, you just hear ding.
Oh, thank God.
Exactly.
No, they didn't have to
Alright.
shut off pumps back then, so
Cadillac
it just
takes a
starts
lot to
spraying
fill,
out.
you know?
Yeah, ding. All right.
Like
Well,
10
so
minutes we've been
that's
pumping gas here.
35 gallons. So that comes to about $40.
Oh.
Be the man.
Gonna go around back and spend about $4 on a case of tab. One bottle at a time, one can at a time.
Sure.
So what
We
are
all-
you
we all
getting?
good?
What are you getting up there?
Tab.
Tab. Okay. Yeah. And there's of course Kumba Cola, Diet Kumba, Tab.
Right, right.
Fanta.
Kumba Cola, of course,
Fanta
is
strawberry.
a subsidiary of Kirshner Foods.
Of course it is. Kumba. Yeah.
Everybody in on this, or anybody want to get out?
No.
Right.
Can I make one call before we go?
Yeah, good.
Alright. I'm gonna call Soviet Russia.
Hello.
Hey, babushka, my mother.
Yeah. I'm gonna be speaking in Russian, but I'm gonna do it with an accent. So,
All right, so you're calling, and you hear,
my cousin Dmitry.
hello?
Hello? Hello? Dmitry? Hello?
Hello? Who is this?
That is Eva, your cousin. This is not a Dmitry.
Ava?
Da.
How are you calling me here?
On the phone.
Okay. So, what do you say?
I know it's not Dmitry, so I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'd
Oh
like to.
no, but it sounds a lot like chop note.
The Jonathan? Do I know your name, Sarah?
Yep.
Okay. Jonathan, is that you?
What are you doing?
I
I thought you were out. You know, are you calling us?
Oh. Wait. You have to save Stinky Baby. Is important. End of the world. Something important.
Click.
Click. Nailed it.
Well done. Well done.
Chekhov's phone call, everyone.
Oh yes.
Didn't think that'd come back up, did ya?
Nice.
So did
Well
you
done.
get through to the Soviet Union?
No, I called you. That's the weird phone call. What's it? Save the baby. Good thing you told me what to say.
Oh.
So the phones are no, it's very strange.
What?
I don't know. I think it's a phantom toll booth, which is actually a phone.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start the car now.
You should.
Wait, did the trunk monkey like hatch break off? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's how Desi fell out.
Fixing the trunk monkey hatch.
That's my favorite thing. Truck monkey.
I know. I know. I know.
And he's like pulling out little pieces of white fur that had come from Desi's coat. And, oh,
Well, yeah, I know.
You know, I think somebody just has to say it. You spoil your monkey. Like he's like child.
Yes.
You know, in all fairness, all Desi's clothes smell like Charlie.
Yes.
He probably just doesn't like it.
Well, I think you should definitely discipline your monkey at some point.
Yes. Spank it. You know that was gonna happen. Come on.
He's sensitive about the spanking thing.
Oh, I see you've tried it a lot.
Well, let's
And
just
now
say
you
he
shocked
wasn't
him.
he wasn't always the pink ass monkey.
Oh.
Species. It's
Oh.
in the trunk.
Blood.
All right.
Right.
So we're in our Cadillac with a full tank of gas.
Full tank of gas. So we should be able to
The
get
trunk monkey is full, and we're out.
Yep. All right. So let me make sure I understand the plan, because there was one.
Kind of.
So you got the dust off of the other rocks, put it on the pebbles that you found in the ashtray next to the gas pump.
Yes.
And you're going to be able to trade those off in order to
Absolutely.
be able to get Desi and the cat back.
Right,
Yeah.
because the pebbles will read as radioactive if they
Exactly.
if they
Oh,
scan it.
wow.
This is a good plan.
While luring the heiress out with her own child.
Yes.
And also
So that's you.
providing
That's-
uranium to Soviet Russia.
And
Right,
providing
right,
uranium to
Right.
Soviet
Well,
Russia.
maybe later we can sell the mineral rights or whatever it is to the quarantine mine up in the hills.
Or at least the movie rights.
Yeah.
This is a more coherent plot than a lot of movies I've seen. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
No. Won't say it. No. Can't make me. All right.
Okay. Do you have a role in this plan, or are you just gonna look fabulous?
That is a roll time.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Movie careers have been built on nothing but for decades.
That's right. So what do you do?
I guess we'll drive back out there again.
Okay, so you're driving slowly in. All right. To the ghost town.
Right. Is the sandstorm ended? Like, are we past the sandstorm?
Yes.
Okay. Can we see the cookie truck and all that sort of thing?
Yes. You
Okay.
can see the cookie truck. You can see parked outside the saloon. You see the general store. You see the sheriff's office. You see the stable behind the sheriff's office, which I believe is the same thing. I think I said that, but yeah.
Okay. They
Yeah.
probably got your guy in the sheriff's office
Why?
because he's a prisoner.
What was it the mannequin said?
Something about enjoy your cereal.
No, somebody said there was a new sheriff in town. I could go to the sheriff's office.
You have the badge.
I have the hat.
Now, is this is a movie set town, right?
Yeah, so movie rules apply, right?
Sure, but also do we think the jail's actually built to be jail, or does it just look like jail?
Is there a difference?
If you're breaking out of jail, I'd rather be breaking out of a place that's made to look like a jail than an actual jail.
Okay, sure. I don't know.
All right, let's maybe check.
You never know till you try and break out of one or into one.
True.
Yeah, okay.
Does anybody want to get out early and sneak, or should I just drive in the middle of town and honk the horn?
Don't honk. Why honk
Maybe
the
not
horn?
honking. Honking is
Just
very
drive
American.
up
Yeah,
to
but
the
just
door
drive
of
up
the
to the
sheriff's
door.
office.
Okay. I'll drive right in the middle of town.
Okay. All right. So there's the general store. There's the sheriff's office, and then there's the saloon. All right. So what are you doing?
Is it dark at this point?
Dusk.
Dusk? Any lights on in any buildings?
You can see them coming in from the saloon. Yeah.
So only the saloon. Okay.
Take me to the front of the general store.
Okay.
I gotta get the chaps,
Fair enough. I'll drop you off in front of the general store.
which is next door to the sheriff's office anyway.
It is.
It is.
So, yes,
Okay.
I'm getting
I
out
will,
and
I
going
will
to
drop
the
her
general
off
office.
and then
Sure.
continue driving on in front of stop in front of the saloon.
Right. Okay. So same there.
You want to get your chaps?
Yeah, that's, I walk into the,
Priority.
I say, hi. I look and see, so there's still cereal everywhere.
You said
Do I
hi.
see
Is that
anything
what you
different?
said?
I said, hi.
Howdy,
Mannequin.
partner.
Oh god, that's super creepy.
Hi. I take the hat.
Howdy, sheriff.
Howdy. Deputy.
What can I do for you? Is it time for a nutritious breakfast?
It sure is, but I'd like to borrow them fine chaps you're wearing first.
Why, sure. time for rhinestone cereal. And it stands up, and it takes down, and you can see that it's not just a mannequin, it's actually an animatronic robot that's time for a nutritious breakfast, including rhinestone cereal. It sparkles in milk.
Also, here's my
I'm
pants.
gonna hold out my hand for the chaps. Thanks, deputy.
Sure thing, Sheriff.
Have you considered trading in a personal assistant for a robot? Because I'm just thinking as like a thing, this is better.
Considered asking. This is really weird, but this is really weird, but it's like being in The Wizard of Oz. You just kind of go with it. Would you like to come help me get someone out of the jail that it's time to get loose?
Sure, Sheriff. I'm always happy to be your deputy.
Swell. I'm gonna put on the chaps
Because you will.
because
why
I'm
not?
already wearing a full length beaded pantsuit anyway, so they'll fit over it just great.
Yes.
Now,
Accurate.
and we're gonna go out there. All right, come on, let's go.
Okay, I'm up for any adventure, Sheriff.
And I open the door and I walk out to the jail where I hope all of you are already.
So now you're being followed by a naked mannequin robot?
Hey, this guy's
Nick.
my deputy, and he's gonna help us.
Why, hello, young fella. Have you tried rhinestone cereal? It sparkles in milk.
Just go with it.
No, why don't you tell me all about it?
It's part of a nutritious breakfast. Starts your day right, partner, with rhinestone cereal.
Thank you.
This is so weird. We're gonna sell the movie rights and be famous.
What the fuck do you guys do to your children here in the
don't
United
know.
States? This is what you do. They're crazy robots with the children.
Are we gonna go get We're gonna go get.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
okay.
go. I'm gonna go give him the rocks.
Okay. So we're gonna go to the jail and get Desi. Come on.
Okay, partner.
We're distracted.
I'm willing to get in any adventure with you, Sheriff.
And we go to the jail. Open the door of the jailhouse.
All right, and you can see several of the PPA are in there, and yeah, Desi has been tied into into one of the jail cells on one of the columns.
Where's Fluffy?
Hey. Hi.
And they point
Hello,
their guns
boys.
at you. Who the hell are you? What the hell is that doing? And where is its pants?
I don't know. I'm the sheriff of the town, and I'm here to get my faithful sidekick, Desi.
And they're looking at one of their. Waste her! And so they're pulling out the rifle, or pointing their rifles, and they're about to fire at you. What do you do?
I take down the shoulders of my thing, and I bare myself to the waist and say, "You can't do that."
Okay. So
Seems like an odd
So
response.
they
but I'll
fire.
roll with it.
Now, specifically, this is why she does this, is that she has a move called,
I have a move called "Sometimes Less Is More."
and what does it say specifically?
The less I wear, the harder I am to hit. So when
Ah.
I'm naked or nearly naked, I gain 2 armor,
Nice.
which is good because I don't know if those chaps came with armor at all.
So
I
yeah,
don't
so
know.
she just dropped, because it's
And-
the 70s trope that whenever you
Yeah.
show more skin, you're actually more protected.
Now, I
Also, a
only
super
got
good.
one.
Yeah, it's also a super good callback to Apocalypse World.
When I am topless or wearing revealing non-armor clothing, but that doesn't apply in this situation, I only gain 1 armor.
Yeah, but that's okay.
So
So they
there we go.
fire, and it's like they're missing
Oh.
because
Boobs.
yeah.
Because boobs.
Because boobs.
Because they're distracting.
Yeah.
And your gun's just like, you're looking there and you're firing there.
Sheriff, I think they're firing at us.
I think so too. Go get Desi out.
Okay. And he starts going, and they're firing now at the cowboy who, and the bullets are bouncing off of him. Well, he goes straight through the bars
And out the back wall.
and picks up Desi and starts walking down through the wall.
Great. I am going to say follow to yell, follow me, and run out the front door.
Okay. All right, so
Bouncing.
yep. All right. So all of you out in the car see Cherie is coming out in chaps and a cowboy hat. Not necessarily a whole lot else. Followed by a robot cowboy that's carrying Desi, who's been tied up. Who is not wearing any pants, might I add.
The cowboy, not Desi.
No, he is still wearing his short shorts. His sequin short shorts.
Doesn't even crack like the top 5 of the weirdest shit I've seen today.
No.
Right? Right? This is cool. This is like the $6 Million Man Meets Westworld, the Yul Brynner movie.
I wish we had a camera.
Does it look like the mule is still here?
No.
Okay.
No, but you can see little glowing, like,
Footprints.
like prints.
Okay.
Oh,
Leading up
it's
into
a
the mountain.
mouse.
Okay.
Roll a track.
In the dark.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you win.
And you
There it
can
is.
hear, like, she went out this way. And two of the army members of the People's Proletariat, the army, are coming out with M1 rifles. What do you guys do?
We tell them we brought them the rocks.
Plans going all sorts of ways.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. They got guns. I'm not getting out of the car.
Oh, it's Americans. All right. Open the door. We brought you the rocks, and also I have a cousin who probably wants to sell you more guns.
Okay. So this is a move. Okay, there's a move, a basic move called "Get What You Want."
Oh.
Basically, you're trying to convince them that this is the best way to do this.
Okay.
The best they do this.
Oh, good.
So you are going to be rolling plus smooth.
I have
See if
no
this plays
smooth.
out.
No smooth. I rolled 6.
Okay, so that is a failure.
Yes.
All right. And so I'm trying to figure out how to really scream on this. All right.
There's so many options.
All right, so they start firing at everybody. Okay. What does everybody do at this particular moment?
You're out of the car.
I think I stood up. I did the thing where you push the door up and you stand up and you're like, hey. So I'm standing in the little
Yeah, in the V
the hinge of the door.
Yeah.
There you go.
What do you do?
I duck.
Okay. And you?
I am also going to get out of harm's way.
Okay. You're fine because you're topless, but in a very tasteful, PG sort of way.
It's all shot from behind.
Yes.
And the things in
The
front of them.
lighting and the.
And what are you doing?
I mean, the car's got 2 armor. So,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So we're pretty safe.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
in this thing.
All right. So you two, please roll to get out of the way.
Get out of the way. Might wrestle.
I love the fact that it's I'm not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
That's my move.
5 total.
Plus your hustle?
Yep.
Seriously?
I rolled a 3 and then I have 2 hustle.
When did she get the armor from the car because she's in the
Well,
door?
she
Can they-
stood up out of the
Right.
way. Okay. Go ahead.
That's okay.
And that's a 13.
All right. Okay. So, all right, Ava. You try to duck out of the way, but you get shot twice, so you take 2 harm from all of this.
Okay.
Wow, combat.
Woohoo!
All right. So, yeah, so they have now shot Ava, And now you can tell that the people in the saloon are hearing the shooting about time.
So on the thing with the little gas thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're coming. Yeah. So they're now piling out of the saloon with guns. All right. So what does everybody do? It's a shootout in a main street. A showdown.
All right. I think we're past the talking to him stage, right?
Indeed.
Okay.
Are they all clustered together or are they spread
Sure,
out?
you can say that.
Yeah. You
Are
want
we
to throw it up?
I'm sorry, I have a question. Are we starting combat now, or was my standing up talking my action for the first round?
We're kind of like playing this a little loose. So basically, anybody, actually this is a nice point. So one of the things about doing, Spirit is that we don't really have like initiative rounds or anything like that. If you want to do something, you just tell me we're going to do it.
Got it.
I don't roll dice, I tell you, and then you take action. So you specifically tell me what you want to do. You've been shot, and that hurts.
Yeah.
But obviously, you can take an action now. You are not out for the count. You just tell me what you want to do.
Got it.
Actually, I think your way was good. I'm going to also try to get what I want, having jumped out of the way. But that'll be my next thing.
Yeah. So however you guys want to play this.
So before we necessarily start shooting, I want to say, wait!
So they're shooting and you're holding up a baby.
Well, I'm still dodging deftly. I got like 13.
And you're holding up a baby?
Yeah.
Wait
I guess the baby is covered.
Wait.
But the baby's
Your
topless, too.
plan to get them to stop shooting at you is to raise a baby in
Yes.
the air and go, wait!
This
Is this
is
the kung fu
the
technique?
key of harmony. It's the children of life.
Okay.
Maybe I wasn't as clear as I should have been about protecting the baby to avoid the end of the world.
Hey, Kirshner girl, is this your baby?
Exactly.
Okay.
I yell.
Alright.
And that is the intent of
Says the
getting what I
topless
want.
woman with the cowboy
Roll
hat.
plus smooth,
With a robot
please.
falling behind.
So,
9.
okay. Alright. So the one that was called Donia goes, my baby! And she drops her gun and she starts running towards you to collect her baby. And at this moment, because it's a partial success, the Rhinestone Cowboy says, all kids like rhinestone cereal, it sparkles in milk. And it starts walking forward, and it's slowly walking against your Cadillac. And you can feel your Cadillac
Being pushed.
Like,
Control your robot.
and it's slowly denting the door because it's still trying to walk against it. And Desi,
Deputy! Put
and it's
Desi in the
pushing
trunk and
into
stop.
it. And what this is doing is that's dropping your Cadillac down to 1 armor.
Okay.
So all right, so go ahead. So all right. Oh, you're trying to get the deputy to stop.
Deputy, slow down.
Okay.
Put
So
Jesse in the
you're
trunk.
trying to get what you want because now you're talking to a crazy robot that's trying to get people to buy rhinestone cereal. All right, so it stops. I'm gonna let that happen.
That's true. I
Okay.
am.
All right.
But he's still up against the car.
He is, and you can feel, by the way, that the Cadillac is lifted up on one side, and 2 wheels are up.
Okay. Great.
It's not my robot.
And the leader of the PPA is saying, "Waste them!" And they're getting ready to fire. So, what does everybody do?
Where's the leader?
Of course, he's in front.
All right. I'm just gonna put my foot down and floor it. Get myself off this robot, and if I can drive through the pile of them, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Roll plus hustle, baby.
Woo!
Now would be the time for that thrilling music if you wanted to. Yeah. Thank you.
Dropkick live.
Wow, could really use that extra die for that thrilling music.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah.
Did you roll a 2 and
A 2 and a 1 and a 6. So
Okay.
yeah. So
6 plus the power.
plus the powers.
8. So
So this is.
yes,
this
that's
is
8.
That's 8, 9 for the power.
Yep.
And 10 for hustle.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah.
So, in order to play, the baby is actually, I've got my instrument strapped to me, but the baby's actually strapped on the other side of the strap. So I do this spin, which spins the baby to the back, so that I can get to my instrument. And
Of
play.
course.
Nice.
All right.
So it's a baby Bjorn.
Yes.
Where were you 3
guitar
years
strap.
ago to teach me how to design that
Right?
It's a papoose,
That's a great move to see that the baby goes to the back and then
upside down on his back.
So-
It's
So in.
you hear car is coming straight at him, and they all scatter because he's riding, going ramming speed at
Right.
all of them,
just
and they're all
through the middle.
diving. Get out of the way. Okay. What do you do?
I'm gonna say that I wasn't, or no, I guess the door's probably still open, so I'm gonna be throwing like my weights at the people who are trying to get away.
Sure. Roll plus hustle on that.
Okay. 6, 7, 8.
Okay, now because you're using your weights, that means you're using the solve problem, so you actually can roll with something extra on that.
Oh,
So
okay.
go for it. So
I rolled another 3, so 6 is still the same. 7, 8.
all right, so you're
I don't add it on
No,
top.
no,
right?
you do.
Oh, I do add it on.
Wait, no.
Do I
no
not?
best of.
Best of, yeah,
two,
the
best
height,
of two.
yeah,
All
it's
right,
like
so you're
advantage.
throwing and knocking them down. Okay.
Stupid dice.
Okay. So yeah, you're disarming the other ones, but you can see that the leader is running into the saloon
Okay.
to get away. So,
Of course.
what are you two doing?
I'm playing. That's my
Okay.
jam.
I'm.
He's
I don't know if I can use
bardic
this.
inspiration.
I'm gonna try. I am going to. I'm in. I am going to chase the leader
Okay.
into the saloon,
All right.
and I'm gonna find him.
All right. And yeah, he's there. He's got a hold of the cat, and he's got a handgun, and he says, "Take a step." I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do this, but this is the character right now. I'm sorry.
Stop. And I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna take him by the shoulders.
You know what?
Pass
You
him
know
back.
he's like having
I'm going-
difficulty maintaining eye contact.
Take him past the shoulders. And say, I'm gonna lift him, one hand under his chin. I'm gonna gaze longingly into his eyes.
Are you doing it?
I am. I'm gonna gaze longingly into his eyes. I'm gonna say, you're a better person than this. You could turn your life around. Put down the guns. We'll help you try and get better parity or help or whatever it is you're trying to get. But you need to stop doing this and turn your life around right now. Give me the gun and the cat.
Roll him.
Do it.
I have to roll a 10 on. No, I don't. Yes, I do.
What's your move here?
This is Angel Eyes.
Oh, good.
I'm not sure this will work at all. I've never used these dice before. So. And I roll a 10.
Woohoo!
They drop their weapon and take a step back.
Yeah, so the leader drops his weapon. Okay.
Give me a hug.
Oh, all right.
Just a friendly hug. I give him the triangle.
Make it top.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever. Doesn't mean anything to me.
You try to do the side thing, like,
He's wearing clothes. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, put an eye out.
Our intentions were good with that move.
No, of
okay, I
course.
really want to say.
Well, and it's the same as Apocalypse World. Like, it's in the brand and the.
But it's also, the whole hairy chest move, like the
Yeah.
all right.
For sure.
You've
Right.
done this move.
No, I have done it.
Yeah, all right.
right. So
All right, so you're now hugging him. All right, you're
and
playing.
I've hugged him and I've stepped back.
What are you doing? All right, because
if-
now you're pulled right in front of the saloon.
Yeah, are they kind of taken care of?
Yeah, they're down. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm probably just making sure everybody's okay then.
okay, so
Well, we
going
need to
into
get
the
the
saloon,
heiress.
you go into the saloon and you can see that Cherie is giving the leader of the PBA a hug, and he's dropped his gun, and she's got the cat back.
All right. Go over and pick up the gun carefully.
Right?
Okay. And you can see that the red and blue lights are coming up, up towards the or up the dirt road towards the ghost town, and it's the deputy that you saw earlier.
Okay, so all y'all get in the car, grab the heiress and the cat, and Desi.
As the heiress comes running up to me, I spin the instrument back so the baby's back in my hands, and then present it.
Oh.
I never should have abandoned you. I'm
Baby's
so
all
sorry. I don't know what I was
And then I escort her in the car.
I was gonna say I'm gonna pick her up.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So
Perfect.
I'm carrying
She's
her.
holding the baby. You're holding
Right.
her.
I give Desi hold
There,
the cat.
that
and
small
Desi front.
child gets in cut.
It's in the car.
Okay. Desi, right. The violin girl?
She was in the car. So.
Yeah.
Good. She's in the. She can come in the back. Desi can take the cat in the front.
Right.
No, leave that there.
Yeah,
What?
no, that's fine.
All
He's
right.
in the front.
Yeah, no, he's
Fine.
as fine as he is. Driving away.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna put.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's
Sorry.
Okay.
Take your armor off,
cold out here.
as it were.
In Arizona.
So even though that you're driving in the dark, and even though the light, because of the damage you took down one armor, the lights are out, the headlights are out. You're driving just fine because as you're driving, you can see a line
Right.
of glow in the
Radioactive
dark,
footprints.
just
I'll
leading
follow
you
those.
along
Yeah.
the way as you go over the hill into the parts unknown. And that's the game.
Yay!
So as I said, this is called Meanwhile Back at the Ranch. This is the adventure that's coming out next. It's double feature number 6.
Nice.
It will include this, and it will include the adventure Super Fast Go, which is my take on Speed Racer and some of the other things. Did you guys have a good time?
Yeah,
Yes.
very good.
But I have to say, if you're a player, don't watch this video because then you'll figure out what's going on.
I don't think you will. So
There's a
again,
lot, yeah.
this comes from Spirit of 77,
I was
available
here,
on
I'm
Drive
sure I
Through
know what's
RPG.
going on.
You
Yeah,
can find
seriously.
us on our website, monkeyfunstudios.com, or on our Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. And thank you very much. And of course, stick around for the Happy Jacks podcast
Tonight at 8.
tonight at
Yeah.
8.
Soon. Very soon, but we're gonna go drink first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bye.